I didn't try to play that. The Chicago Bears fall to 0-2 in the division series against the Lions, 19-16. They limp into the playoffs. I wouldn't say limp, but they go into the playoffs a little sluggish for my liking. We're gonna break down the entire game against the Lions and a lot more Bears talk right after this. Yes. We are back. Mixed it. Look, if you're tuning in to the Black Bear Podcast right now, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We are about 10 subs away from 700. We on the road to 1,000, but we're gonna start with 700. Help us get there. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. I'm your host, Mark Rob, with my co-host in the building right now. Marcus motherfucking Mixed It. We covered the whole game. My boy did the play-by-play for you. I jumped in with some analysis here and there during our live watch party. So everybody that's showing up, again, much love. I don't know if y'all understand, but we love jumping in here talking Bears football with y'all. Right out the gate, D Solid said the problem is the Bears defense has been trashed all year. Fire the defensive coordinator. D Solid, you firing out. You firing early. I wouldn't go that far, and I get it. I really get it. And before I get into this comment a little bit further, we got a lot in store for y'all. We got a lot. We're going to talk about a quarterback. We're going to listen to Caleb speak. We're going to listen to Ben Johnson speak, play the blame game, give out some blame for this loss. But I think it was True Pilgrim. Shout out to True Pilgrim. Mixed it. I believe he said the same thing during the live watch party. I cannot go there just because I know what he's working with. You know what I mean? Dennis Allen. He is working with a team that, when healthy, still has deficiencies. They're not even healthy. They're getting dudes back, but they got to get back in the swing of things. Jalen Johnson ain't played all year for real. Like, he played 3 full for real game. I think this is probably his first full game where we didn't see Tyreek Stevenson in and out with him. You know what I mean?
Did he even play week 1?
No.
I know he went down after week 2, but I don't know if he played any week 1.
He came back against the Cowboys, and that's when he re-injured that leg injury that he had in the offseason. So he had no training camp, none whatsoever, no training camp. And then hurt himself week 2 and then came back later on the season. But the point is, fully healthy, this defense has deficiencies. You're not even close to being healthy right now. And Dennis Allen made something out of nothing. You lead the league in takeaways. So I think that, like, give him a fair shake. I don't know if you got thoughts on that one, but otherwise, this other comment is crazy too. Not crazy, but it's very realistic. Go ahead. And I'll share this with some more people.
The thing is, when you look at the Bears, not in just this game, but throughout the season, defense has been like our weakest point, but not from a standpoint of, like, because we don't generate a lot of pressure. We get a lot of takeaways, but just looking at it from a down to down, like from a coverage standpoint, from a down to down, we are one of the most inconsistent teams.
Oh my
that goodness. we could be. But then when you look at a lot of these games, like, we had some games that the defense was just outright bad, like where we lost to 52 points against the Lions second week, or when we went and played the Bengals and gave up 42 and still came out with a W. But it's some of these games that they left and held a team to sub 20. We held the Packers to under 20 both times we played them.
Yep.
And one of those games had a fifth quarter. So it's like when you look at that, I can't get behind firing Dennis Allen, because he's playing with Eberflus's team. You know what I'm saying? And granted that we got a ton of takeaways this year, and that's something that we're proud of. I don't know if people need to take some time to realize it, but a lot of pieces on this defense could possibly be changed next year, over the next 2 years, even more so because we spent so many resources this offseason trying to fix the offense
Yes.
that we didn't really put that much into the defense. So I'm looking at it like what's I still can't like we played 18 games and I still don't know what Dennis Allen's vision of what his defense is going to look like.
And then it says our he goes and say our weakest point, dude, you guys are lost. And that's crazy. Like,
What was weaker than the defense? Because that's what I said. I said our weakest our weakest unit is our defense, and
it
that's what
is.
you started with. Saying.
And that's what exactly. So I don't get some. I guess they want us to jump off the cliff with them, and that we're not going that far. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna take out the trash. We gonna throw some shit off the cliff, but we not personally ourselves jumping off that cliff. Dennis Allen, after his first year doing what he did, if the defense was so bad, bro, we wouldn't be where we was at. Because all I heard was Caleb sucked early on in the season, and the defense was carrying him. What does that say? Tom Lurk. Our defense is definitely not anything amazing, but I see a ton of Bears fans acting like we're the Titans or something. We lead the NFL in takeaways and great red zone stops. We were one of the top teams on third down as well at some point. The defense needs a lot of work, but to go at the coach, I think it's a personnel issue.
Yeah.
You got Montez Sweat not doing a goddamn thing. Javon Dexter is a flop to me. You know, everybody who watched the channel know how I feel about Javon Dexter. Dayo Odangbo was signed, and guess where he at? Shamar Turner was drafted in the second round. Guess where he at?
I will say one of the biggest things that we need to figure out in this offseason is what the hell happened to where we missed so many games due to injury this year.
Oh man.
Like that needs to be studied. Like, and it's crazy because I was thinking about that, and
just a lot of games.
I hear like I started hearing analysts say the same thing about the Lions and how many injuries they've had over the last 2 seasons. But dude, like we've been dealing with injuries since the preseason. We didn't have Luther Burden none in the offseason. We lost Jalen Johnson at the beginning of August, and then he spent a month, 5 weeks out.
And so I don't mean to cut you off.
We got to figure out what's going on.
But what I'm seeing from the comment section is like they're not hearing us, right? Laz says, "Who on defense can we build around going forward next year?" I'll wait for your answer. Dude, like we're not praising I just said it's a personnel issue and not a coach
in agreement
issue.
with y'all.
Like, what the fuck is going on? We're not saying this defense is great, world beaters by any means of no. But to say Dennis Allen needs to be fired is insanity. It's insanity. Give him some time because y'all was praising him earlier on in the season. Let me talk your shot. Hey, my boy. I appreciate you being here as well. Look, I before I read your comment, I see you got a podcast as well. Let me know. We could do a collab. We can link up. We could do something. Let's do something. I like your takes. I think you see football in the way that I kind of see football too. And I'm speaking for myself, not Mixed It or West. So let's link up. Let's do some type of collab. I see you got your own thing going on. He said when they was punishing us across the middle, no changes were made. You talking about the man coverage that we kept playing or the in cuts, but Mixed It. I talked about this, didn't I?
I'm gonna say why I disagree with it, because I feel like changes were made and that shit didn't work neither. And that's when I said it to you in the middle of the game cast that this is what lets me
know.
Bad,
Last. My bad.
My bad. that's what like we were playing in the zone early, and what were they doing? Finding all of the soft spots. And then we started playing
They
more man
picked us
coverage.
apart.
And then what were they doing? Beating us on crosser routes every time we got in man coverage. Every single time. So it's like they kept trying to switch. Like Dennis Allen didn't do what he did in San Francisco and stay in the zone the entire game. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't working. Like we was slow, we was missing tackles. Like we was trying to arm tackle some of these motherfuckers, and they just played harder all day. Like their execution was on point, ours was not. But when you see like we struggling to execute in the zone, we struggling to execute in man, we struggling to execute in generating pressure, or doing it with a 4-man rush, then it tells you that there's a personnel issue there. Because
Absolutely.
everything he call up can't just be wrong every single play. You know what I'm saying? Like how many plays did we see somebody 2 or 3 yards away from the receiver after a catch? You know what I'm saying? Or like we seen Tremaine Edmonds chasing people down all day and
Oh
getting
my
blown
God.
by.
Don't get me started on him. I
So it's
just had
like
him Edwards too. Keep going.
TJ Edwards too. Then like we gonna talk about Jalen Johnson personally, but if you ain't, I am. But that's all I'm saying.
And I'm
Yeah,
with you. And I think
why the hell if he's coming on this slow to talk your shots comment, why the fuck we ain't seeing Tyreek? Because he ain't on the injury report.
what, and it's crazy to me, because they were swapping them in and out every game. Like they were like putting them Jalen Johnson on like a little pitch count, but I don't. I guess not this game. That was not in the cards for Dennis Allen. I will say this though about Dennis Allen, like we got to know what he likes to do, what his philosophy is, what his scheme really is. He's kind of like Eberflus in a way. Now he's more aggressive, but they ultimately want to get there with their front four. He doesn't like to have to blitz. He does not have a front four that's gonna get there. He ain't had it all season. So he got to do things that he doesn't like to do, that he can't, like he's not comfortable with doing. And he was doing that all year. So look, I'm not there on Dennis Allen yet. I get it. The defense, but the defense gave up 19 points. They gave us a chance to win the game. They gave that offense a chance to win the game. Nobody gonna say nothing about the offense though, huh? We gonna let them off the hook right out the gate of the show? If that's the case, we got a long show. We got a long show.
And I'm just looking at some of the ranks from Dennis Allen's defense while he was in New Orleans. 2020 total defense 4th, run defense 2nd, pass defense 13. 2021 total defense 9th, run defense 4th, pass defense 18. So that's where we at. But and to be honest with you, even more so than we bad in coverage, we are horrendous against the fucking run. Like we are not good against the run. We haven't been good against the run all year. But we opportunistic in the secondary.
Yep.
And that's the name of the game for us. But when you got quarterbacks out here that very rarely make mistakes, like a Jared Goff or like what we seen in Jordan Love when he was carving us up, or Brock Purdy.
Right, exactly.
Like when you got quarterbacks that know how to protect the ball, it can be problematic for us. Like the times the defense have shown like their best showings all season has been against like these quarterbacks that are newer, first or second year in the league.
And quite frankly, the way I see it is this defense really, like, and I get it. Like the defense sucks. The defense is not good. We have, no matter if it's a starting quarterback, a backup quarterback, a third string quarterback, they've come in and have success. We may win the game, but they've put up numbers that if you were on their side, like you were like trying to make a case for the quarterback on the opposing side, you could make a case because their numbers would be like 250 and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Now they might lose that game, but the quarterback, we might have something here, type of deal. But look, the defense not good, people. We know this. We knew this coming in. I'm not even gonna lie. My vibe is not going to be towards the defense as much. Now we talk about grading them. Yeah, we'll talk about them, but and then talk your shot said what should be the plan on stopping Jaden Reed going across the middle. We don't have speed. That's the thing. So, but I get it. We can't stop anybody with speed. Jameson Williams fucked us over today. Amon-Ra St. Brown fucked us over today. Jawan Jennings fucked us over last week. Ricky Pearsall fucked us over last week. Bo Melton, Christian Watson. Like we don't have speed. We're not gonna stop speed. Now, knowing those deficiencies mixed it. Are we finna come up here and sit up here and say, oh, we guaranteed lost to Green Bay next week?
No, hell no.
Absolutely
no. First of all, you're not gonna get that from me.
Any game can be won though with this team. We've seen it. You know what I mean? We've seen us win games when we just aren't either playing well or ain't winning the matchup. So
to be honest with you, the answer to that question for me is it lies in the execution of our defense. Because the fact of the matter is we getting lost step for step when we trying to play some of these guys. Like, for example, the crosser route at the end of the game with when Amon-Ra St. Brown it wasn't Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who was it? What's the other guy?
Jameson?
Not Jameson. It was
Khalif Raymond.
Khalif Raymond.
Oh man.
When JJ's just he pressing up on him and he kind of trying to beat him off the snap. He don't really try to jam him, but I guess he felt the end cut coming, so he tries to jump it, and Khalif Raymond just takes off. And then not only that, but Jalen Johnson stops running after him once he's beat. Like, you're not in man coverage. You leave Nashawn Wright on the fucking island. Nashawn Wright been arm tackling all day. Like, just getting soft, soft stuff. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like the answer to that question though is it lies in the execution. Like, we not gonna be able to, like, if we plan them in zone, we gotta make sure our eyes and stuff is in the right spot to where they not just getting these fucking soft ass pockets where we know this spot's gonna be open.
I'll tell you right now, we can't play man.
Throws all day long.
I don't want to see us play man against none of these. We can play man against Philly if we somehow face Philly. If a receiver run a 4-3, I don't want to see man coverage because it's bad. And yes, talk your shot. That was gonna be my breaking news. I'll do it. Real quick. Raheem Morris has been fired from the Atlanta Falcons. Mixed it. We discussed this briefly before we came on air. No way he should have been fired, in my opinion. I think the team just isn't as good as they think they are. They got a quarterback in Michael Penix who isn't as good as they think he is. And maybe I'm wrong. We've seen coaches come in and make shit look different, but I thought they played well this year. I thought they won some games they shouldn't have won. You just beat the Rams last week. And this, you fire him. Okay, look, that's your prerogative. You see something I see. We don't cover the Falcons. We cover the Bears. That's what we do. But on the outside looking in, just briefly, I don't see why they fired him. I thought they was a scrappy team with a bad roster. What you think?
I don't know. I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not really in tune enough in what they got going on in Atlanta to even pass judgment. But I do know, like, in terms of the quarterbacks that came in last year, outside of JJ, I felt like Penix was probably kind of on the lower end of that list. But y'all kind of set yourself up for a confusing situation when you paid Kirk Cousins and then drafted Michael Penix right behind him. It was already confusing from that point, and it looked like they made nothing of it.
I agree. And honestly, I think they might have won more games with Kirk Cousins just because he's a veteran dude. Atlanta was 8-9, along with teams Tampa Bay. The Colts were 8-9. Baltimore's playing right now, but they could potentially be 8-9 as well. But look, that's their prerogative. We don't cover them. For some news, big news around the NFL. So, last said Nahshon Wright does not look like himself the last couple games, but Nahshon is good. But what did I say last week? He got some deficiencies, and they're showing those. Like they're exploiting those. Remember the Philly game, mixed it, where the big thing was he got that fumble on the tush push, that strip on the tush push. But what did AJ Brown do to him? AJ Brown, he had a few snag touchdowns. Like, I mean, Moss touchdowns over him. Like he was manhandling Nahshon Wright. Cincinnati game, T. Higgins did the same thing. Like he has deficiencies where he's opportunistic, but when he's not getting those takeaways, you can see the deficiencies show up. And if you don't got a pass rush and he got to cover you for it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen with Nahshon Wright. Mixed it. Ready to get into our first segment?
Yeah.
Great and not so great. Call, ref, fan, anything you saw. Great moment, great play, great snap, or not so great call. Anything that you saw in the game that you would like to highlight in this segment. I'll go first. Oh, you want to go first?
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna start with my not so great, and it's very specific, and it ain't got it. Look, Luther Burden dropping that pass. That pass on our last drive on first down. The sequence went like this. First down, Luther drops that pass. Second down, you get a intentional grounding, which you lose a down. So not only you're not second, you're 3rd and 10. No, you're 3rd and 20 now because the down counts, and then you move back. And I mean, you're cooked there, and if you give them this ball back, it's over with, like kind of guaranteed. So I thought Luther dropping that pass at that time was just a not so great moment especially since I've been speaking highly of him, and I was almost gonna go Colston Loveland here too, but Luther, you can't drop that pass there. You cannot drop that pass there. It was a lot of drops tonight. I was gonna highlight all the drops, but I'll highlight this one in this pivotal moment. I thought it was a terrible time to have a drop, Luther. I think he had another one earlier in the game. Basement Warriors. They're Basement Warriors. Zoe jumping in the chat. A Vikings fan. Y'all offense was trash. Cancun another week. Yada yada yada.
Save us some drinks.
Please, something, because y'all been there. Y'all drunk as fuck in Cancun. They've been there for 4 weeks already. But anyway, it's all good. Let them talk. I won't ever get in the back and forth with a Basement Warrior who ain't even in the playoffs. It's pathetic. The man actually likes JJ McCarthy. He actually thinks that's a good quarterback. Crazy. But anyway, that's my not so great. You cannot drop that pass, Luther. I get it. You got a rookie there. You got a rookie in Colston Loveland. Both of them dropped key passes last week. Remember that mixed it? They both dropped key passes on that drive last week. So it's showing up in key moments. Before I move on, last and not so great was Ben punting on that last series. Is that the series I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because the 3rd and 20,
We got to 4th and 4.
The Manung guy, right?
15 yarder, 16 yarder to him.
And it was, so what was the 4th and
4. And we was on the
was it
outside
4th
of the
and
field.
4?
Yeah.
You might be on to something, last.
Yeah, I think at that point you gotta go. You gotta go. We got a 4th down conversion of the same length early in the game.
You don't get it. The game is over right there. You punt, the game is over right there because your defense isn't stopping them again. You know what I mean? So I Laz, you might be on to something, my boy. You really might be on to something. Bear fucking truth. Hey, you better be here for the playoff game. We covering a playoff game, man. In year 2 of this podcast, we covering a playoff game. Crazy. Drowsier Cobra said number 2 seed gonna be good. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. We shall see. You playing a team 3 times and y'all split. The trilogy gonna be crazy. So we'll see. But my not so great, like I said, Luther Burden dropping that pass on that last drive.
I think you want to go with your great?
Yeah, I'm gonna go my great next. Low easy one. Mixed it. This is why you go first, you get the easy stuff. Caleb Williams becoming the Bears all-time pass leader, season pass leader in yardage. I keep struggling with how I want to word that, but Caleb Williams breaks the Bears season pass record held by Eric Kramer for way too fucking long. Way too fucking long. He was short like 60 some yards of being the first 4K passer, but that's okay. Get him next year.
58.
58 was it? Okay, 58 yards short. Get him next year. You had a bunch of drops in this game, a bunch of crazy drops that might have got you there. You started slow as fuck. You should have had it, really. You saw what Jared Goff did, but all in all, you became the Bears' leading passer season passing yards. Congratulations to you, Caleb Williams. No matter what they say about you, no matter what people, 58%, and you almost had 4K mixed it. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody talks about how his completion percentage is so poor. Imagine if the motherfucker was just at 60 or 63. You probably throw for 4,300 yards. You get what I'm saying? Like, congratulations to you, Caleb Williams. That's my great. I was always on Caleb, even coming out of college, USC. I didn't care about what people saw, what people thought of haters and nails, whatever the fuck he does. That's on him. That's him. He's a damn good quarterback. He's a Chicago Bears franchise quarterback, and now he's the single season passing yard leader for the Chicago Bears. My boy did it. I'm with you, Laz. I will be shocked if he don't throw for 4,500 yards next year after having a full season of expectations from Ben Johnson and the offense under his belt. Congratulations, Caleb Williams. We finally have our quarterback in Chicago. You got people like the Vikings who keep talking about bringing in. They don't know who they're gonna be their quarterback. Max Brosmer gonna be their quarterback, but the idiots still talk shit. It's crazy. Well, hold on, man. Answer the question. Will you let your son paint his nails? Absolutely. If you want to paint his nails, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Especially if he's gonna be richer than you, much richer than you. I don't get how people talk shit about a man of Caleb's stature. You're upset because he can do what he do, make millions of dollars, and let's keep it a buck. Mixed it. And fuck bad bitches. I'm just saying. But you got other grown ass men hating on him. Like, come on. That's what we call a hater, bona fide hater. Congratulations, Caleb Williams. I'll give you another round of applause. You are the Chicago Bears in year 2 with all the scrutiny. You're the Chicago Bears single season passing yard.
So I want you to get on here and talk to me about your quarterback since we passed a judgment about quarterbacks today. I want you to tell me one stat that
Man, I'll tell you,
JJ McCarthy, like in what capacity is JJ McCarthy better than Caleb Williams? Because I don't get it.
he's not
Or
gonna
Max
say
Grossman
that.
for that matter. But
Exactly.
but
That's my
I
grade, not so great.
I
If
guess
you got thoughts on what I got, or you could take off.
no, I think both of those is good. I'm gonna start with my not so great. If y'all watch the watch party, y'all probably already know what my not so great is. It's
I was with
Jalen
you.
Johnson
Oh,
letting Khalif Raymond run free at about the 35-yard line. You just stop fucking running because he beat you. But he's running into defenders. Like he's running towards Nashawn Wright, who obviously finna try to help you on the play. But you just you just turn the jets off. And you already got burnt, so your jets wasn't fucking working. But you just slow down and stop running. And that moment, I wanted to see JJ as take his jersey off.
oh my God, I
Because
was right with you.
I was just like, that's not what you going. That's not what you do. Like that's not what you do. Especially what makes it worse is you're in man coverage. And you are already dead on the play. But this is your guy. You go and get him by any means necessary. You go and get him. He might cut back and give you the step you need to catch his ass. And that's exactly what he did. Except you weren't there. So what did he do? Bounce back out and beat Deshaun Wright to the sideline. It's pitiful. That was an atrocious play. And I already felt like the defense, like they was already like you could see they was gassed because they ass was on the field all day long. But that was an atrocity.
Speaking on that first drive was it started out the gate. They chipped away. They kept y'all on the field for a long ass time. And man, just to speak on Jalen Johnson, I keep bringing this up, Mixed It. We talked about it. We cut out a segment for it. Who goes to the bench when Jalen Johnson gets back? And we said, I said Tyreek go. I mean, Nahshon goes to the bench, but it's not. But it wasn't between them. It was between Jalen Johnson and whoever we think the second guy is. Jalen Johnson goes to the bench. Jalen Johnson should not. He's making too much money, and I keep telling Mixed It, we might not see him here.
I don't know if he got like a confidence issue right now or what, but like he constantly getting beat. Not even that he's constantly getting beat. It's just like we seen this. I think either his first or second game back when he it was the first Packers game when he gave up the run to Josh Jacobs for 21 yards at the very end of the game. And you just watch your teammates tackle. He broke free, and then you throw your hands up before you run out. Like, get in there and make the fucking hit.
Abysmal.
It's not the same type of play that we used to see him. We walked into this season feeling like that side of the field was going to be shut down, and it felt like the secondary as a whole right now is a liability. So that was my not so great though. That was I think that was probably the worst play of the game for me. Just to see that level of effort when you in a stretch, when you got a chance, when all Caleb is asking you to do is make a fucking play and get him back on the field, and that's what you put on the very last drive of the game. That was my not so great. My great, since you went with Caleb becoming all-time rush leader for the Bears. My great is DeAndre Swift.
I'm bad. I'm gonna play it every time we mention it.
My great is DeAndre Swift eclipsing his season high in yards on the ground in the NFL. This is from when he was on the Lions, from when he was on the Eagles.
Wait, say that one more time. Say that.
DeAndre Swift just created a new season high for his yards in the season. Before this game, he was at 1047. What is he at now after this game? Because today DeAndre Swift had 40. So 1087 is his new season high. It's a good accomplishment for him. I'll be the first to say, and I know some people that's probably watching, some of my friends that's watching, they can stand by this. I was very pissed off at DeAndre Swift at the whole first month of last year because he did not do jack all shit. When he got his first touchdown in week 5, and when he crossed the end zone, I was like, "Fuck you, dude!" I'm not happy that you score right now because where you been at? Like I was upset, but it's a good personal achievement. It's definitely miles better than what the hell we seen him do last
Well,
year. Even though he had 900, it just took too long to come on. And this year, he just looks like a more confident runner. So
and even more than the numbers, what was his? So what's his total now? Did you
1087?
So even more than the numbers, though, it's the eye test. What he looked like. He looks better than he did last year. And because remember, the first 3 weeks of this season, up until the bye week, was our bye week? Week 4, after week 4. I don't know. So yeah, around that time, our run game was shit. Like our run game sucked into the bye week. Most emphasis was put on that bye week. Ben Johnson came out and said, yeah, all I did on the bye week was talk about how can I get this run game going. I obsessed over the run game more than I obsessed over the passing game. Those are Ben Johnson's words. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. Since that bye week, not just him, but Monunga, they was off to the races. And you praising DeAndre Swift right now, rightfully so. Remember, he missed a game. And that game he missed, Kyle Monunga went off for what? Almost 200 yards? Some crazy shit like that. So imagine if Swift was on that field. Imagine his numbers and how I'm right there with you. Shout out to DeAndre Swift. I'll take it a step further and call myself out. I wanted another running back. It's not just me. I know we got another one in the 7th round. Good one. But I wanted another running back. Really, I wanted the boom to his zoom, the zoom and boom type thing. He's the zoom. Monunga is the boom, but I would have took Quinshon. I wanted Quinshon Judkins in the 2nd round.
And the thing about DeAndre Swift too, it's funny that you say that because when I look at Caleb, we had 68 sacks last year. The media was going crazy telling us about how we didn't get the right guy. We should have got Jaden Daniels this and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, y'all are stupid. We just watched somebody put up 3,500 yards in the air.
Thank you.
486 on the ground. And he got sacked 68 times. That should be impossible. If y'all don't believe me, go look at the all-time sack holding record. David Carr is up there. You know how many yards he had that season? 2,000. There's another quarterback that's up there that was a quarterback in 1988. He had 2,000. So you mean to tell me that Caleb all-purpose, there's 2 other people up there with him, and he combined all-purpose in his rookie year what they did in a year together. Should not be possible. Should not be possible. So it's just like when you look at DeAndre Swift, though, I didn't have that same confidence with him coming into this season. Nope. I was just like, he did this, like we got the fucking bounce out king over here, and he's not strong enough to throw nobody off of him. If you don't get a step on him, then he's not going to be able to make a good enough cut move to get free. Now we've seen him do some crazy shit in the preseason or somewhere. He got like an 86-yard screen, and everybody was like, "That's what he's here for." No, you're here to run the ball and get down. We watching him now play more downhill than I think I've ever seen.
Dude, so to that point, there has been times on 4th down where he was stuffed and like He ran a dude over. He ran him. He's run over a few in between the tackles. Like you said, he's bounce out king. He's in between the tackles, making cuts and running shit over and fighting for extra yardage. He showed that he's here to stay. Honestly, they might bring in another guy, a later round guy again. But these are the two guys I think they're gonna roll with. Laz also said Monangai missed a few holes today. O-line had a bad day. I called it.
Yeah, you called it out a few times.
Yeah, some of those. It was right there. Monangai still has a lot to learn, but I do think he's helped. His run style has helped, along with EB Eric Bieniemy. I think they have helped DeAndre Swift not be complacent and actually stick his nose in there. I got to shout out my guy, Crooked Commish. Say, yo, what's good, my guys? FGB. Bring on them cheese fucks. Bring them on. We win that game. I guarantee you I'm buying the authentic, fully authentic Caleb Williams jersey on-field version. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Y'all know I don't buy Bears gear till they prove it to me. I'm going to go ahead and do it along with we rocking cheese graters. We win that game. We rocking cheese
man,
hats. We win that game.
Oh, so. Man. I got to get another block of cheese.
You had to clean them up off your desk a couple of weeks ago. Look, if you tuning in right now to the Black Bear Podcast, hit that like button. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 700, but the ultimate goal right now is 1,000. Help us get to 700 right now. We'll take it baby steps at a time. It's okay. Look, you start slow like that. We've seen it all year. This ain't the first time we've seen a game like this. Mixed it. They showed Caleb Williams 6 comeback wins under 2 minutes, the most in NFL history, not just this year, but NFL history. And I talked about it. He could have had 2 more. He could have had the interception against Green Bay. He could have had the 4th down incompletion last week. And then add today, well, it wasn't under 2 minutes, was it? It wasn't under 2 minutes. But you could have had a comeback win today where you start 13-0. And you come
we didn't
back
score
and
a point until the 4th quarter.
Didn't score a fucking point into the 4th quarter against the Detroit Lions. Like, I get everybody want to talk about the defense, but the offense was atrocious. It was embarrassing to watch this shit against our divisional opponents, man. Like, it's always against the divisional opponents.
Yeah, it felt like Colston Loveland was the only pass catcher that was locked in.
Literally the only one he was going to, and he had a key drop on 4th down.
He did.
Look, this is an unpopular opinion, and I want to move on. I don't want a home game to start the playoffs. I really don't. Mixed it. I think we suck at home. I think we're good with the silent count. When we go to cadence and everything like that, I just think we struggle. We're not good. Our offense is not good at home, in my opinion. Defense, I think they'll be whatever they gonna be, home or away. But specifically, if you look at it, and I could be wrong, our offense is just much better to me on the road. They really are to me. So now Green Bay, no, you bring your ass to Chicago. But any other team, 49ers, well, they can bring their ass to Chicago too. But no, bare truth. I get it. No, the win-loss record, we're good. We win at home. We pull out these W's at home for sure. For sure. But if you look at where our offense excelled mostly, yeah, we were on the road when offense was putting up crazy numbers and balling out. It was on the road, I'm telling you. Now, I get it. The win-loss record is in our favor at home. I think we suck at home. I really do. All right. We got Caleb. No, we got Coach. We got Coach up at the podium. Speaking on this loss, we all hope we went into this game and came out with momentum. Like, we wanted to win. We wanted to win this game not only for the second seed, but to have momentum going into the playoffs. Like, feel good about what you're doing. Feel good about your strengths, the DNA of your team, your identity. I don't think we did that. I think this was the opposite of what we thought we was gonna see. But here's Ben Johnson on Week 18 performance against his former team.
One was Ty Summers. He had a foot, and then CJ didn't finish the game there with a concussion. So,
like you said, CJ with a concussion.
That one in that fashion there.
You called it out.
Guys were battling. They fought their tails off, but came up short. So we got to play better. We got to play better going forward. We got to coach better going forward as well. And we're turning the page though. We got the number 2 seed. We got a home game next week, and we got a new season on the horizon. And so our guys should be reinvigorated by that. I know
they all better play
I'm looking
10
forward
times
to the
harder next
opportunity
week.
and all that entails, and the opportunity to go 1-0 this next week.
They need to ask them about
being
that.
said, I'll go ahead and open it up.
And what about today's performance grabs your attention most?
Yeah,
Effort.
we can't dig ourselves in a hole like that, and was disappointed with the offense as a whole. I let those guys know that, and we'll be better for it. We'll address it. We'll get those things cleaned up, and
cricket
and
commission,
we'll be better for it.
CJGJ. As you mentioned, this
Oh
doesn't
my
cost
gosh.
you seeding. What
God
was your
forbid,
messaging to the
Caleb.
guys?
That we're quickly turning the page here. Everyone's disappointed. I
Oh, you
appreciate,
got
like
it.
I said, their effort. Some teams, they rest their starters. We don't. We play football, and
Some teams they
and
I'm gonna ask y'all a
felt
question
like it was
about
really
this.
important that we were playing our best ball here today, and we didn't get that job done. And so we're quickly turning that page, and now we got a home game coming on up, and there's a way to win this next game, and that's what we're going to be solely focused on.
4-5 with 155 left. Did you consider going for it?
Yes, I did,
Why did you punt?
because we had 3 timeouts, and we felt like we were going to get the ball back.
And you guys
He looks frustrated as
2
hell.
games against Green Bay that were just as tight as you could possibly have. How did you feel about the way that series went this season?
The 2 games against, good opponent, and I think we're fairly evenly matched. Got a lot of respect for how well they're coached. I have a lot of respect for the talent level that they have in that building, and
Very true. I think he's been staying away from that his rookie
And what was
year.
your sense for
As a
why the
coach.
offense?
He's been staying away from calling.
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's one that we'll have to take a look at the tape and figure out why that was. I didn't feel like it was one of our more elaborate plans. I thought it was one of our simpler plans, and so we need a better job executing it and coaching it up.
Having a chance to review it. Caleb's interception. What did you see on that?
Yeah, guy made a heck of a play.
How do you switch the script so quickly to a new season? I mean, this is a brand new season.
Yeah, that's the name of the game here, though. I mean, we're quickly transitioning. We're locked in. The stakes are a lot higher here going forward. We can't afford to have a phase, one of our 3 phases, play like we did today. And so we're going to have to pick it up. And like I said, I get fired up just thinking about it right now, and I know our guys are too.
When you say the one phase, the offense?
Yeah, in particular, I was not pleased with the offense today.
When you say simpler game plan, were you
I wasn't even
holding back at all? No.
Nope.
I'm with you.
Nope.
What were you least pleased with offensively when you think about it initially?
The points. Only scored 16.
How much time, Ben, do you even spend correcting this game because you have such a turnaround?
Yeah, but we don't know when we're playing yet, but it's a normal game week, and we always have plenty of time to make our corrections.
I pray it's not on Monday
spent a
Night
few weeks
Football.
talking
It
about
can't
Colson
be.
and the way he's come on. He's clearly become a big down guy for you. When you're in those moments, 3rd down, 4th down, what have you seen from him that's made him so reliable?
Yeah, he knows what to do. He's got outstanding hands.
James,
he works his
appreciate
tail
you
off.
jumping in
He's
here, man.
Usually
Look,
the first one on the
ask
practice
you
field. He's
this.
usually the last one to leave.
head over to YouTube for
And
us.
so there's just been an
Hit the
immense
like
trust
button
level,
there
and
and
his route tree
subscribe
has
on
grown
YouTube as
accordingly.
well. Help us grow.
Swift's-
We're trying to get to
Swift's
700. We're about
big success
5
stories for you
subs
guys
away.
this year. How rewarding was that for you as a coach?
Do that
to
for us.
kind of make that work and get him back into this mode.
Yeah, no, he had a great year for us, and we're going to need more from him here going forward. So I'm not surprised whatsoever. It's kind of, I think I've been championing that cause every step of the way. I felt from the outside a need to, or a desire to bring more into the running back room, and I felt like our guys were pretty darn strong. Both him and Monangai have turned into a pretty formidable unit there. So he's playing like he's capable of playing, and I think he can take it up even another notch, and we're going to challenge him to do so here going forward.
Defensively, was Sweat fully available and full go at the end of the game, or was he?
Yeah. Our guys were good to go. Yep.
With as fast of a start as you guys got off to,
Did they ask about DJ?
Pinpoint just kind of what was holding you back in the first half tonight.
Nope. We'll take a look at the tape.
Then with that 4th and 5, what's the process there? Obviously, it's very quick of making that decision and coming down on one side or the other.
Yeah, those are things we talk about, and especially coming off a 2-minute warning like that, we got plenty of time to make those decisions.
Did you have any method of monitoring what's going on with the Eagles Commanders game?
No.
Didn't
Nope.
care.
Nope.
You talked about trying to avoid 2 losses going into the postseason. What do you do this week to flip the script and to get back on track here?
Yeah, I let them know that it's a new season, so we're starting fresh right now, and if we want to make the most out of this new season, we need to go on a 4-game winning streak, which we've done twice already this year.
Anybody else?
That's good. All right, we'll see it.
Imagine being able to build
Yo.
just by thinking.
Oh shit, my bad. Talk your shit, Ben Johnson. I get it. I get what you said at the end of Could you tell he was a little irritated? Like you could tell he was a little upset, a little disappointed in how his team played. And I get it. I was too. We all were. But Ben, I'm not one mixed it. You know me. Ben Johnson falls through the cracks with most Bears fans. They think he's the Messiah. He's brought, fuck that. You have to have this team ready.
Yeah.
It's one thing to lose late, but you didn't start again. You weren't prepared to play a football game through the first 3 quarters once again. Once again, I'm tired of it. But we are where we are now.
James Childress coming over from Facebook to the YouTube said he subscribed, and he also on a few others. Just Another Year, Chicago Sports Podcast, Claws Up, Bear Down, and Not a Black Bear Podcast.
Let me just say this. CSP, I call it Chicago Sports Podcast. CSP and JYJ. Those are some good ones to as well. And I always preach this. Mixed, this. I'm not one of them dudes. Listen to everybody. When it comes to podcasting, go listen to Chicago Sports. They got some good content over there. Go listen to Just Another Year. Shit, with Bears beat reporters. Go listen to all of them. Dan Wiederer, the pessimist. It used to be Mark Potash, Brad Biggs, Adam Hogue. Them boys that see it. Go listen to everybody. Don't just focus in and hone in on one avenue because it clouds your judgment. A lot of people do have agendas when they talking about this team. Not here on the Black Bear Podcast. Go listen to everybody, including us, to form a more educated opinion on what you're seeing. Because it's not everybody watch the film. Makes it, we watch the film. I'm about to go rewatch this game 2 or 3 times on the condensed version, and then excuse me, when the Ultra 22 come out, I'm gonna watch it 3 times on there. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I get it. I love it. Love the support. We trying to get to 700 tonight by the end of this episode, but watch everybody. And Childress, you watch everybody. I could tell. What we got next? Hell yes, he was pissed. The old starters.
I say, Ben Johnson looked pissed.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep reading it. Yeah, you good. I'm hold on. Let me text.
He said Laz said Ben Johnson looked like he was pissed. The starters on the bubble better have a game against Green Bay or they're gone. Yeah, he definitely looked pissed, but I want to ask you, who do you think the starters on the bubble is? Because I don't know. I don't know who would quote unquote be on the bubble at this point. I feel like I got to sit down and give a good analysis of what the season was up to this point. But maybe that's something that we can definitely come back to when we at the end of our second season, according to Ben Johnson. We'll come back and take a look at that. Another thing, Chris Maddock, we know when you typing in all caps, you hyped up. So let me get you in here real quick.
Yeah,
what is your prediction for the next week against Green Bay? Stay tuned because we're going to talk to y'all about that on Wednesday when we do the mixed it matchup the official game predictions, the bowl predictions, the score predictions, all of that. So make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can tune in to the Wednesday episode because we do this twice a week, every week on game days and on Wednesdays. And we let y'all know what we think the game coming up is going to be. And we let y'all know what we think of the game and how it was. So definitely tune in for that.
Let me give a couple shout outs here. Hey, I just talked about a few Chicago Clubhouse. That's another one. So them boys over there talk ball too. Like it's all about talking ball. Chicago Clubhouse, and then
We got one more.
Yeah, talk your
your
shot.
shot.
You know, we got to get you on here, man. We got to get you on here. Like I said, I looked at your content this past week. Got to get you on here. It's all about linking up, building a positive, but not opposing, but a community that's not afraid to push back. Like we don't. Chris Maddock, where he at? He got drugged through the mud all last week, and he back because he
You still got it. You got a seat at the table.
Absolutely. This is how this shit go, man. We talking about this football team. So appreciate all the love. Watch everybody. Don't just watch Don't just watch us. Watch somebody else and come back and be like, oh, well, such and such said this. And let's talk about it. The difference. So let's do it like
Y'all
that.
know it get hot in the kitchen when we lose anyway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, look. We going to the playoffs now. It's a trilogy against our division rivals. And I'm with you, James. Packers still suck. And everybody who watches the channel, follow the channel. My boy Mixed It. There you go. My boy Damn, I'm pointing at myself still. My boy Mixed It is in the city. He's in Chicago. In those Chicago streets, the Chicago Bearland. I am in Madison, Wisconsin, Packer country. So I feel it. I feel the vibe. I hear the disrespect that comes from these dudes. It's a trilogy. I'm a truck driver, so I go to stop. Packer fans, and they got their opinions on the Bears and this and that and the third. They don't respect us. They really don't. They don't respect us. This is how you do it. You lost the first game. I ain't gonna lie, we somehow won the second game. The third one, we gotta just go win. We definitely gotta just go win. Ben Johnson has to have these fellas ready. He was trying to like push a turn the page narrative, and that's fine. I get it, turn the page. But if that's the narrative you pushing, show me it. Like, don't don't apologize. I don't like apologies, Mixed It. I don't care for somebody to do me wrong and then apologize. Show me the difference in whatever the fuck it is you apologize. You ain't got to say sorry. I'm cool with it. You ain't got to apologize to me. But okay. So, any last thoughts you got on Ben Johnson before we move?
No,
on?
yeah, I was
QB1.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not really too happy with this pressure. I ain't gonna lie. It's for a few reasons. One, we lost 2 in a row. We haven't done that since the first 2 weeks of the season, right? And like you said, I get it. We're trying to turn the page. We got an even bigger game coming up next week against another familiar opponent. So it's like, and this is what, like I said it right before we started watching it, but it's like as much like they don't directly ask him to address the defense in the media. And what I would have liked to see was him kind of take some account. Like, granted, DA's calling the defense. Yeah, I understand that. But as the head coach of this team, I want you to take some accountability and say that what we put on that side of the field, what we put on tape on that side of the field wasn't good enough either. So it's like, yeah, I get it. When you got an opportunity to go put points on the board and stuff like that, you got to do it. And because that's his wheelhouse, that's what he's going to call out. And I also get it that, we asked them to basically not break all game, and we'll leave at the end of the day and say, good job for only letting them get was it 16? Well, no, what did they have at the end? 19? 19. I mean, 16 up until the last minute, and then they get the 19 and win the game. But it's just like we give up too much, then rely on the red zone defense to keep us in this bend don't break. But it's like y'all gotta find a balance of holding each other accountable on both sides of the ball. I don't think anybody on defense should feel like we held them, as long as we could, because you really was getting pieced the fuck up. Like the points don't always tell the story.
My bad. Keep going.
I'm just saying the points don't always tell the story. True Pilgrim saying DA is on the hot seat, I guarantee you.
No chance.
What tools have you given him?
Zero chance.
What tools have you given him to say you need to perform well next year or else? You know what I'm saying? Like, or even in the postseason or else.
Exactly. There's no chance.
Yeah, I don't really get that take, because it's just like
this is a bad take. It's a bad take. It's one thing to have bad, but it's just like emotional. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's emotional. It's not gonna happen. I'm willing. There's no chance he's on the. There's not gonna be not one article produced where it talks about him being on the hot seat. No chance. So, okay, not gonna happen. Okay. Been allowed Declan Dory to call plays the first 3 quarters. That's what it seemed like. He took it over in the 4th. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Stick to it. Cope with it. Cope with the abysmal performance in the first half.
We got 8 games. My bad. We got 8 games on the year where we allowed less than 20 points. 8.
All right, let's
listen. Look at that and say Dennis Allen's on the hot seat.
Because this game we gave up a lot of yards. We did. We scored 35 last week, or was it 30? We scored 38 last week.
Mm-hmm.
We scored 16 today. Like, come on, man. Like, the offense, the defense didn't. They got a lot, but they gave you the ball back to go do exactly what the Detroit Lions did to you to end the game, and you didn't do it. You went 3 and out, a drop, intentional grounding, and then a punt.
Yeah.
So offense was atrocious. They were bad today. Offense was bad. Like, y'all can say it. We don't got to keep blaming the defense. That's low hanging fruit. Just like y'all blame Caleb for everything. That was low hanging fruit. Offense sucked today, people. And somebody mentioned, I forgot who mentioned in the comment, they got to get back to that run game. That run game gonna have to be ready to go come playoff time.
Yeah. 10 carries ain't gonna do it.
It ain't gonna do it. We got Caleb
DeAndre
Williams.
Swift led the team with 10 carries.
What did Monunga have? You see him Monunga at all?
Let's see. I think in my mind, just remembering how the game went, I vividly, I feel like it's 6, because he had 2 in the first, like in the beginning. Yeah, he had 6 carries.
Yeah,
6 for 14.
Got to get that run game going. And then he got drop passes in there. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. Let's get Caleb Williams in here. QB1 on his performance and their loss.
Cool. Let's get it going.
Caleb then expressed his disappointment in the slow start offensively.
Yep.
Take on why it didn't get Georgia until the 4th quarter.
Don't know exactly. Got to go back and watch. I think we came out a little flat, maybe energy-wise, and I think we got to do a better job of that, having urgency from the jump and getting that going.
On the whole, what's your takeaway of today's performance, the way it was?
Sound like I sped this up.
Not good enough. Not good enough to win this game. Not good enough to win, the upcoming games. And so we got to get better, all sides of the ball. But speaking of
ready
offense,
to go too.
Whatever happens on the other side of the ball, it's not something that we can control. So we have to control what we can, and we got to come out starting fast, being better, and we'll do that here coming up.
You better. You fucking better.
What's
Caleb.
the feeling now as you look at the postseason, trying to put these 2 games behind you and bounce back and wins?
What?
In terms of as a team putting these games behind you, now new season has been Johnson says.
Yeah, it's something you have to do. It's something that you have to do during the regular season. Something you have to do now at this moment. We're going to a new season, and you can't dwell on the past, but you got to find ways to correct what you did in the past, and through the losses.
Ben said the message is gonna be you guys need to go on a 4-game win streak.
Yep.
Twice before. How
Yep.
do you carry that message to the rest of the locker room?
Right there with you, True Pilgrim. He sound
You get up
like
tomorrow,
he
you come in, you
ready
watch
to play.
film, you do whatever you have to do,
Packers
treatment wise, body wise, whatever. We have a month left, and we need to, as a team, have that mindset.
A
and we
month
will.
left.
Caleb, you got the ball back.
Fuck,
Tie
you
game.
might have
Because
one
you guys
week.
Been a lot this year. What's your thoughts on the last series and just how it unfolded for you?
We got to execute. Whether that's me getting the guys at the huddle, getting at the line, making checks, whether that's protection, whether that's
Be
running
right
the ball,
back
whether that's
next
catching the ball, whether that's not jumping up, penalty. Like it's us playing the ball that we need in those crucial moments. And we've been better throughout the season, and we gotta get back to that.
Caleb, the Green Bay series has been very interesting during
Yep.
your 2 seasons here. How do you feel about playing them in the playoffs this year?
Yeah, feel good. Feel good about anybody, whoever, whatever position we were going to be in, whatever position we're in now. I feel good about us versus anybody, and I'll keep carrying that mindset throughout the weeks.
Caleb, there's a heightened level of aggravation, obviously, after a game like this. How do you describe what that is?
I don't really have it's aggravating. It's frustrating. And the good thing about it is, we're going into the playoffs here, and we got to find ways to be better. The focus has to level up. The urgency has to level up. The play has to level up. The mindset, mentality on the field has to level up, because that's what playoff football is.
Touchdown pass to Jade.
Yep. Yeah, safety bit on I don't know who was on the right side exactly at that moment, but safety bit on the receiver on the right side. Had Jade going over top, and just read it out. Went through my reads, and Jade did a great job.
If you've answered this already, I'm sorry. To get the franchise passing record, I know you're frustrated right now. Do you have any appreciation for this?
No, need to win the game. Didn't want to leave it up to another team to put us in the seeding that we wanted to be in. And I don't know what the case happened with that game, but we didn't execute the way we needed to. And so that number is the number, and so be it.
It is what it is.
Colston, I know you've talked about
It
a
is
lot
what it
this
is,
year.
Caleb.
What did you see from him on that the touchdown drive and both Cole and the 2-point conversion?
It is
Yeah.
what it fucking is.
What did I throw to Colston? The Cole one, great job scrambling. I ended up seeing him passing off we had a kind of a man play lined up, and those, the defense ended up passing off the routes. And so got out the pocket. Cole did a great job finding space and just delivered him a ball.
I think it was 12 targets for Colston.
Yeah.
As a whole, what did you see from him in some of the critical downs?
Bare truth. I'm just now realizing
I got
what you
belief
meant
and faith
by
in all our
this.
guys, but just speaking on him is he's done a great job, since we've been together, and we got to keep that going. We got to keep growing. We got to have this
Wearing that
open
fucked
communication
up
that I was talking about,
jersey.
to be able to have these moments, where we can, click and all the guys.
Why
can
would you
click
wear
and,
that jersey?
come out victorious.
Fuck
Caleb, you ran a majority of plays out of that 2 tight end set.
Yep.
Was that more of a matchup thing, or was that something that you guys have identified with this offense as a strength?
I think it's a week to week thing. We line up in whatever we can gain an advantage in, and so we thought that was going to be our advantage, today, and we got to go out there and execute.
What do you see on the pick?
On the pick,
Well, I like this one. I need to know this.
I had enough space. Guys did a great job blocking for me. Saw DJ have the corner tried to get back, but he couldn't get back, and saw
What about the
DJ
safety?
cross face and thought he won, and then I threw him a one-on-one ball with the safety, and
it was
from
safety.
there.
But you threw it to DJ
just
little
trust my
ass.
guy, and,
DJ
those-
ain't
those
jumping
moments
on
are gonna happen.
nobody.
And I'm gonna keep throwing those passes and trusting the guys.
You told me you don't like
This is
50-50
one of your
balls.
guys' simpler game plans. Does that make it a little
Bare
more
truth. Is
frustrating
that
for you to
official?
execute the way you
Let me know.
And I don't necessarily know what that comes down to, whether it's plays and guys being confused or mentality or what. I don't know exactly what. And I think coaches will help us figure that out for this upcoming week. But whatever it is, we gotta fix it and move on.
What's your sense for just the slow start in the first half for the offense?
I don't know. I got to go back and watch.
As a captain, what's your role in the next 24 hours or so of helping the group collectively get reset and focused on obviously what's the biggest game of all?
Yeah, use this frustration. Having 2 back-to-back losses, but use this frustration.
We haven't had 2 back-to-back losses since we
find a way to get better.
right?
Find a way to put us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we win the game by 1 next week or whatever case may be. Find a way to give us and ourselves the advantage to be able to win the game and do that.
Have there been moments this year where you guys have used your frustration? Not many.
Yeah. We went 0-2. Frustration was there. We had losses that we felt like we shouldn't have lost. Frustration there, and these past 2 weeks, and so we're going to use this frustration. We're going to get on a roll here this week, starting this week, and that's the focus.
Do you feel like you were able to use your legs enough in this game?
Probably could have used them more, but that's
I don't want to hear.
You can go back and figure that out after the game, but in the moments felt good. Pocket felt good, and tried to deliver some runner's ball to the guys.
Caleb Ben said he considered going for it on the last fourth down.
Mhm.
Did you have input in that conversation at all?
No, that's his decision. As a coach, as our leader, that's his decision. Do I want the ball? Yes. Anybody wants the ball, any competitor, any player in those moments. Yeah, you want.
You should have said
something.
something.
You
Stay your
trust
ass
the
out
ball,
there.
and I'll do it 1,000 times over.
Come on the fourth down?
Trusting in his call,
you
but
should've-
also
I
got
whoever,
something for you.
whether it's putting the punt team out there and putting the defense back out there. I trust them. I trust our guys, and if he has us on the field, I think everybody on the sideline trusts us also.
Caleb, where do you feel like your game is at? Where you have this frustrating game today, but the 3 before that, you're on a good run.
Yeah, I mean, felt like I saw it well today. We got to find ways to, get a few more completions, keep the drives going. I don't know what our third down percentage was, but at one point I looked up and we were 1 for 7 on third down, and that's frustrating to be in because
you're gonna get the blame.
Third downs is one of the biggest downs, and keeping drives alive and live. And so we got to be better. We will be better in these upcoming weeks.
Couple more. So I had a Ben Johnson jersey this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you?
Where'd you get that?
Got it made. Just kind of support for him.
Caleb, you and Jason having a conversation a lot. What was the gist of that conversation in a situation like this?
Yeah. You, after a loss, you're supremely frustrated, and so not coming out to win, it's frustrating. In a game that you feel like you could have won, should have won, and from there it's just
go.
The vet talking to the young guy, trying to help me and figure out and find ways to help this team. Help my growth.
Are you?
For this team, but also the future of this team. Awesome. The Bears.
I mean,
look, they asked him about the running. Should you have used your legs more? I don't want to hear none of that after this week. And then last sent at 7. He must be West Coast, but I didn't know they was 2 hours behind right now. They might be. But
No, that's correct. 7 o'clock our time. I was seeing 5, but it wasn't.
Bear Truth is West Coast.
Correct.
So they're at 5. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, makes sense. Yep, there you go. Bear Truth, West Coast. So I don't want to hear the regrets. I don't want to hear I should have maybe this or that. You gonna have to do everything against Green Bay, like everything. I don't want to hear you coming in the post game and you left something out on the field. You didn't do something. As far as that play goes with the whole fourth down, this has been Johnson. Real quick, this has been Johnson. And tell me if y'all can read his lips or not. But Courtney Cronin reposted this, and this is his lips on whether he should have went for it or not. They saying this is Twitter. They're saying he said should have went for it. I'm gonna play it again. Cause I'm hearing this a lot from people.
His lips little. I can't read them.
His his lips little is crazy. Look, I ain't gonna lie. So now that I'm putting it up on the screen up close, I don't think he's saying should have went for it. It don't look like that. Maybe he could have. People say he doesn't trust the defense. Bear Truth saying, yeah, should have gone for it. Look, should have gone. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not like you're not perfect, Ben. You're not perfect. We know that, especially on here. Even though a lot of people try to paint you as being perfect and blame everything on everybody else. Caleb Williams, though. Let's talk about Caleb Williams his presser as we transition into the Caleb Williams grade. His numbers were if I could pull those up. All right, here we go. Caleb Williams' numbers were 20 for 33, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack, and a crucial, I'll call it a crucial intentional grounding play. Overall, I thought Caleb. I don't really mixed it. What do you think about Caleb? Like just overall, because I'm having trouble trying to figure out which way I want to go with it, because it wasn't spectacular. But although I thought because there's the drops, right? There's the drops, but maybe I feel like my biasness might be, coming in. What do you think first? I'll let you. What do you think?
As far as his performance today,
his overall performance, I test the 21 for 33 and 212 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. You got to include the intentional grounding. It is what it is. That was key. What do you think? Just like so I can help gauge where I'm at with my biases.
I think we had 6 drops included in the 21 and 33. So it's like beyond, like he really would have been dealing if those drops didn't happen. Now, granted, I'm not counting the jump ball that he threw to Luther at the end of the half as a drop either. You know what I'm saying? He threw 2 into double coverage trying to make a play down there. I didn't really particularly like DJ's play on the interception. Yeah, you see, like he is a smaller, receiver. Like in terms of size, it's like he kind of just let himself get boxed out. Like I don't think he was really aware of where the safety was on the play. But overall, I feel like he was locked in. I feel like I started seeing frustration from him where other people wasn't really seemingly locked in. I feel like the protection was it was kind of shoddy at some points. We seen Jonah Jackson sprawling on the ground a few times. So it was just like I feel like he was locked in, but I don't really feel like he did bad. I just feel like he needed help. He definitely needed some more help than what he got today. But without those drops, he would have been 27 to 33 if they caught the fucking football. That's uncharted territory for us.
And the drops were right in their hand. Like it wasn't like no gray area, right? Those, if I'm not mistaken.
Most of them, they was pretty just clear drops. Like Colston Loveland dropped the one that got punched out, but Luther Burden, I guess he didn't expect the ball.
I think he had 2, didn't he?
I think the other one that I'm thinking of might have been Swift. It was either him or Swift that had a drop on the edge. I'm pretty sure it was Swift, but the ball kind of like went behind him a little bit. So I was just like, I'll give that one to Caleb more than Swift. but that was a catchable ball still, so it counted as a drop. So I don't think he did bad. I think he was more locked in than what I felt like the rest of the offense was, though.
I thought, and this is look. I thought he was fine. I thought Caleb was fine. I thought he played a pretty decent game. I thought, if I'm gonna look at it real quick, the time of possession, did we even that out at all, or was that still lopsided? Yeah, they got us by 11 minutes. 11 minutes, 35 minutes to our 24. And it was even worse than that at the beginning of the game. It was crazy, the time of possession. They kept us off the field again. Just like Green Bay did. Or was it Green Bay?
San Francisco did.
Yeah, or was it San Fran?
Yeah, they definitely did.
We weren't on the field. Caleb wasn't on the field as much as I would have liked him to be. And then when they did get on the field, I don't. Oh yeah. Oh, Jade had a wide. Yeah. Last Jade had a wide open drop too. They definitely had a. I thought it was fine. This is not a performance I would write home about. I thought the touchdown passes were fine. They were good. They were good reads. I do think he has command over this offense, though. You can see the growth from where we were before. Like when I say before, week 6, week 7. Like he has command and control. You mentioned it during the watch party. He's checking plays at the line of scrimmage. Good or bad. A lot of them are good from what I've seen. I don't know about tonight, but he's checking plays at the line of scrimmage, which means he sees what he sees in front. He knows what he's looking at, and he knows to get into the right play. And Ben Johnson can trust him to get 2 plays in at the huddle, and then he makes a decision. I thought he did fine, but if I'm going to talk about an overall grade, oh man, I think he walks away. I'll go C plus mixed it. I'll go C plus. I almost wanted to go B territory, like a B minus, maybe even a B. But I'll go C plus just because I thought the interception was a bad decision on him. Like I see people saying, even me, DJ Moore could have fought for it. He probably could have. But I just look like DJ Moore he's not even that was like a 50-50 ball. He beat the corner, but there was a safety. So then that means he was bracketed. You know what I mean? He was kind of double teamed, and you threw it to a 6 foot, maybe 6'1" wide receiver on a 50-50 ball, which you told me you didn't like to do. Ben Johnson told me you don't like to do. You threw that. I didn't like that play. I really didn't. Especially he threw that interception when we finally got the ball moving. Like we were looking good. You get 3 points there, minimum. I didn't like it. J2K coming in said Smythe was wide open underneath. I didn't look at it that far. I'll watch it again.
He was.
Okay. So
that was the tight end I talked about that was open on the sail route.
Okay, yeah. Yep, you did. Yep. And he took the shot to DJ Moore. Like he's a big body. Our receivers don't catch those. You know what I mean? That's not what they do. They haven't been go up and get it type of players all year. So we don't, that's not who we have. I'm gonna stick with a C plus, even though his numbers they're fine. It was fine. C plus for me. What you got?
I feel like I want to give him the B minus because I feel like there were opportunities that other skilled players left on the table. Like Bear Truth said it in the chat in one of these messages that we got away from the run too much. But when you see what the situation is, and they obviously in the first half, they whole game plan was predicated on keeping Caleb off the field, and it was working. And they put us in an uncomfortable position from jump. Like we only had 16 run attempts from running backs in this game, and we barely was, at a point where the game was tied with 5 minutes left. We didn't score a point to the fourth. So it's like as much as we know what this run game can do, it's
Can
like
do exactly.
once you have one that gets stopped or stonewalled at the line of scrimmage, then it changes the drive. We had 2 runs from Kyle Monangai in the first drive that ended with 1 yard, and that killed the drive. We had to punt after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, like those, and it's like like when you want to run first and stuff, that's cool, but you can't be so run heavy that the run to kill a drive if you don't move the ball.
Do you think, and this ain't got nothing to do with Caleb, I just want to ask this question real quick just because of what Bare Truth is putting up here.
Whether or not our running backs need to run with more urgency and intensity.
No. I want he talked about the wide receivers. I want to ask you a question. Like, do you think so? When Rome Odunze comes back, do you think how big of an impact do you think that will actually be on this passing game in terms of starting early? You know what I mean? Because we've seen Luther go off and DJ go off. You know what I mean? Colston Loveland go off. We've seen it. The passing game is there, but I'm talking about in terms of starting early and being consistent. Like, do you think that Rome will help that, or it'll just be what it is?
So I do, but the reason why this question is hard to answer is because one, we still to this point, we don't have any clarity as to when Rome started dealing with a stress fracture. But we all sat here and said at some point that this week Rome looked a little bit off. And the next week, yeah, he's still looking a little bit off. Then the next week after that, man, is he hurt? Because he ain't been looking like himself for the last few weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He was dealing with a heel first. It was like a heel injury.
And I think that's where the stress fracture is. I think the stress fracture is in his heel. They haven't specified that, but I think when the heel popped up is when he started dealing with it. And I think that they felt like, he's gonna play through and stuff like that. So it's a heel, he's questionable, etc. But when it started to become like, oh, he's not gonna play, then we started talking about it as a stress fracture. But I think that's what it was to begin with. Now, the other reason why this question is hard to answer is because with the way that we started, and Rome had, he had 5 or 6 touchdowns in the beginning of the year, and then after that, it just kind of fell off a cliff.
He was hot at the beginning.
Maybe it's due to him being injured. It's like it leaves you in a position to where like you kind of try to figure out what he's gonna add to this offense that we don't have, with the other pass catchers, because we got multiple to the point where we're not really capped on not having this type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Luther's the fast guy. DJ Moore is the guy that does well in open space. You know what I'm saying? Like what I was looking for from Rome early in the season was to whether or not if I'm going to see him win these 50-50 balls, win these, these situations where he's in one-on-ones and stuff like that, especially when he talked about in the offseason how he worked on being able to use his hands.
I mean, coming out of college, that's what he did. He was you couldn't stop him in college at Washington.
Yeah.
Keep going on that.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you look at the type of way that we play, it feels like he's gonna add something to this room, but at the same time, it's not enough on it on tape to be like, yeah, when he comes back, this is gonna open up this part of our offense.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not enough on tape to be able to say that.
I feel like it'll be more of the same. Like either we do or we don't type of thing.
Yeah, because like for example, we watched the Lions today, and all they did was get the underneath pass and get a drag and get 10 and 15 yards after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think
their offense is really well and run after catch?
Talk your shot. Don't tell Wes that. You know we gonna tell Wes that. We like that's what we do. Like he not. It is what it is. We we talk football and we not hiding from. Yeah, no, Wes might not like that.
We're gonna go back and check the carpets if we need to.
Yeah, no, Wes ain't gonna like that, and we definitely gonna like whatever. But just look, okay. So, do y'all think that's a Caleb thing? Do you think he plays a role in this? And when I say that, you saw Jared Goff hitting, what's his name? Both of them, Amon-Ra on those in breaking routes and hitting Jameson Williams on those long. Now a lot of those Jameson Williams plays he wouldn't be able to get those off if there was a decent pass rush, because those routes took long development routes. But a lot of the ones he threw to Amon-Ra, do you feel like at this point, from what we saw today, do you feel like Caleb has a weapon like that, or somebody who he has a rapport with like that?
Well, okay, when you bring in what the rapport is with the player,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't really know how to factor that in. But in terms of whether or not if he has that caliber of player, in the first meeting, Roma Dunze led the team 8 for 11 with 2 touchdowns, 138 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown led the Lions for 115, 9 for 11.
Got 3, right?
And 3 touchdowns. So I feel like he has the weapon. I do feel like he doesn't have like that go-to guy every play in the wide receiver room. I think it's in the tight end room in Colston Loveland. I think Colston Loveland be dialed in, but I think J2K. I think Loveland is becoming that guy that he has the rapport with.
I agree. Especially on 4th down there, or gotta have it downs. That's his clutch guy. Like he loves going to him. Loveland is a zone beater. He's great. If you play zone against Loveland, he's going to find that soft spot in the zone. But keep going. I don't know if I cut you off or not.
No, yeah, I was gonna say I think those guys they're good. I think when I look at what the Bears' core of the future of this team is, I see Loveland, I see Rome, I see Luther, I see Jade. If Jade gets more touches, but that's really going to depend on whether or not a DJ's still around, if OZ's still around, and that is big because Jade, he was undrafted. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's really earned the ability to be able to come up in these spots and get some target share. But he did, but he also dropped a wide open pass. And I gotta feel like you gotta look at that stuff and put a lot of weight on it, because you weren't drafted to this team. You were picked, you know what I'm saying? You're an unsigned free agent.
They have no money tied into you. You have you have to perform. You have to go. How do I want to put this? You have to go above and beyond what Luther Burden has to go. Luther Burden's contract is fully guaranteed. You get what I'm saying? Jade, you have to go above and beyond Luther. It's not fair. It ain't. But you have to. That's where you know what I mean? Chip. It got to be a fat ass chip right here on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm right with you. Bear True said also TJ Edwards is a liability in the pass game. Oh man. Isn't he? Isn't he? All right. Well, so how you want to do this? You want to just go regular grades, just go through the grades on our own, or just do regular and hold the.
I don't. I looked though. Wes did say he had some stuff that he was taking care of.
Mhm.
So
How you want to do it? It's
man,
up to you. It's your project. It's your masterpiece. Excuse me. It's your masterpiece. We can hold for the playoffs. We got a massive game. It'd be a beautiful, great unveiling, or we could unveil it tonight. Like it is what it is.
I really want to do it only because I don't know how many more weeks I have to be able to show it to y'all.
Because we ain't gonna be able to look at it until next year, September. Like so, I'm with you. I would do it tonight, but it's up to you.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. So y'all know we do the Chef Wes grades every week post game.
Very true. Very
Wes,
true. Wondering
he got us holding down the fort today. Yeah, Wes, he got us holding down the fort today because he got some stuff that he's trying to take care of. So we definitely gonna do that, but we're not gonna change the segment. It's still Chef Wes grades. We just got a substitute teacher right now.
The substitute teacher. Let me put up the and y'all know what Chef Wes grades about. I'll put that up. Chef Wes grades. Go ahead and I'll let you cue the new intro for the Chef Wes grades. Long overdue. Late in the season, but we gotta play off.
Y'all know how, like, I don't know if y'all ever did this when y'all was in school, but whenever we was coming up on a holiday or whatever, the teacher might come around and have like little candy bags or whatever, little Christmas gift or whatever. So we had to give a gift back to Wes. Because Wes he put a lot of thought into these to this Chef Wes grade segments, and y'all already know, like Mark Rob say, whatever Chef Wes say is what goes. So I want to show y'all what we've been working on. I wish he was here to be able to go through it with us, but we do have a new intro for the Chef Wes grade segment that will be on each and every time we do the Chef Wes grade segment. And what week better to do it now instead of wait for the playoffs. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it, then we're gonna dig right into the segment.
Yes, sir.
We can win. We're not your friends. We're not your friends. We're not your friends.
All right, we with y'all. Chef Wes grades. This time we got to go through each and every unit for this team. We got our grades.
Whew.
We gonna talk about it with Wes when he comes back. Maybe we'll do a little breakdown when we do our last thoughts on the game on Wednesday. But how you want to start the grades off?
So let me just say this before I even talk about them goddamn grades, because that's gonna be a whole thing. Short, quick, to the point. I'm gonna play it one more time, Mason, if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
Chef Wes motherfucking grades.
We can win. We're not your friends. We're not your friends. We're not your friends.
It is time for the Chef Wes grades. On behalf of motherfucking Chef Wes, let's start with I think this is his favorite side of the ball. Makes it. I could be wrong. You never know. We might get into it about this. Defense. Let's start with the defense. We'll just grade it, talk about it, why we graded it, how we graded it. You go, I go, you go. Want to go first?
Yeah. For the defense,
While you go, I'll look up some numbers just to create context, or I'll say them now, actually, before you go. They gave up 26 first downs. In comparison, we had 16. We know that. They were 6 for 13 on third down. No, they didn't go for it on fourth down. 122 rushing yards, 311 passing yards, 433 total yards. They dubbed us. No, they almost dubbed us. They had one. Oh no, okay, it's not okay. Yeah, that's what their defense had. That's 20. Our defense gave up 26 first downs, 6 for 13 on third down, over 100 rushing yards, over 200 passing yards. You know what the standard is. What you thinking? Oh, I see a C minus. True Pilgrim said the whole unit, everybody, all 50 trio.
I was gonna say,
ever.
Yeah, I think I'm in the range of a C minus. I think the first stat that you said is the most important stat on that list.
Them first downs.
The first downs.
Hmm.
That's insane. That's insane. What you say we had 16?
Yep.
9 more first downs than we had. And I think going into halftime, we only had like 13 plays on offense. It's not gonna get it done when you cannot get off the field.
Nope.
If y'all was watching the game, they were gassed. And it looked like they were gassed in the second quarter. Why? Because you cannot get off the field. You spend almost the entire first quarter defending the field. And that's tough to do. It's tough to be able to do and execute at the end of a game. And this is why it's hard when your identity is bend but don't break, because you got to have some cardio. You got to be able to be out here and roll with the punches all day long. And it's like, I really want to give them more credit to holding them to sub 20 and to holding them to 16 up until the final 2 minutes of the game. But the reason why I can't is because they didn't execute at the end of drives. They left 3 points on the board with a missed field goal. The first 2 drives ended in a field goal, but they drove us to the red zone basically almost every time they got the ball. And when you have an opportunity to leave the field every drive and put points on the board, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. So, yeah, that was the next thing. We got to get them third down stops. You cannot have an efficiency rate above 50% on third downs. And if we talking about it, because I got it here with me, prior to this game, the Detroit Lions on the season, 38.5% on third down. The Bears on the season, 43.1% on third down. And we had 216 attempts on third down. They had 187. So not only does that tell you that they converted a lot more in the early downs, but they typically a team that don't convert as often, not nearly as often as we let them today.
Well, we just to add to your point, we dropped on third down. We were defensively, we were high on, like we were top.
We were 9th after the Packers game when we held them to 0-5.
Yeah, I think what I just saw, we're 19th now.
That's a significant drop.
And
it's crazy.
Their offense is only 20th. They ranked 20th on third down. So they're not great on third down. We used to be great on third down.
This is what it was for them the last 3 games. 5-14 against the Rams, 6-15 against the Steelers, 5-14 against the Vikings. That's 37% on third down in the last 3 games. That's below league average. But the Bears in the last 3 games on third down, 5 for 13 against the Browns, 2 for 11 in Packers 2, 6 for 12 against San Francisco, 13 out of 35. That's 37%.
Is that offensive third down?
That's us on offense on third down.
Okay. Do you have our how we were on defense on third down?
I gotta go back and compile it for the last few games.
Okay, now you good out because the defense is showing who they are on third down. Like we were good. Like I said, everybody know we were good on third down. I think we're still pretty good in the red zone. I'd have to actually look, but I mean, you can see the deficiencies in where we rank. Oh, wait, what was your grade that you gave Mixed It? I know you jumped out. If you could just
a C-.
C-. Okay. Whew. You gave up a lot of yards and you didn't give up a lot of points. I guess when you got this unit like this, you can't be aggressive. But you got to get stops on third down. Why is Tyreek not playing? Why?
We got to figure that out.
I don't know. C-. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm not going to go to a D. I'll even go to a C. How about that? I'll go to a C just to be the generous one. I don't know. But you got dog walk Mixed It. We watched the game together. We it was a lot of wide open wide receivers. And then there was time when there wasn't wide open wide receivers, there was running backs getting 9 yards, 8 yards a pop when they probably shouldn't have. Let me see. Let me go look at their wide receivers their running backs real quick in this game.
Who's?
Lions. You had 4.2 yards per carry. Then you had David Montgomery with 5.3 yards per carry. That's you can't stop the pass. You can't stop the rush. That's what that was. They did what they wanted, and we hunkered down in the red zone.
And what I said this before when we talked about it before, but it feels like the Bears always give big games to running backs against us. And what's interesting about the Jahmyr Gibbs thing is since November, the entire month of December, he had one game where he averaged more than 3.5 a carry.
You know, it's crazy. I was finna bring that up. There was teams holding him, like limiting him. And when you stop him, you win the game. I do want to just
that's really what it is.
Amon-Ra St. Brown had 11 catches. 11 catches. I don't even know how many. Oh, he had 15 targets. 11 catches, 15 targets. 139 yards. At one point during that game, do you lock in and be like, okay, we got to stop this? I'm finna do this. We're going to do this, that, and the third, and stop that. Stop number 14 from getting the ball. We didn't do that. We didn't make nobody else beat us. He kept Mixed It. We was on live. We had to watch part. He was routing us up the entire time. And that's disgusting. I hate that. Like, players gotta know too. 14 is getting the ball here. But you went C-, I'll go C+. You got anything else you want to talk about with the defense, and we can move on to the next unit?
Hold on. Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull it up.
You good. I'll keep talking. Bear Truth coming in. JJ not good enough. He's not. Not right now, he's not. it's just J2K said DA can't call man coverage right now. So teams run zone beaters on most downs. But see, the thing is, I get that. I really do get that. But he was calling a lot of man coverage. He was calling a lot of man coverage.
I want to show you something real quick.
At least from what I've seen.
This
All
is Amon-Ra St. Brown's routes today. Look at how much of this shit is him crossing over the middle of the field.
Crossers. Running away from your
All
defender.
day long. It's like he had 4 routes to the outside. But everything else is just him up the seam. This is the middle of the field. His longest catch today was 30 yards. And that's this one over here on the right side where he kind of just catches it and slides up all the way to the left side and goes down. But one thing that they are good at, they set a lot of picks. They
Those
good
pick
at
routes.
setting picks. That's what they getting with. Yes, like above this route is Jamison Williams running some bullshit to take the safety away. Pick up whoever's covering you. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I think this one all the way over here on the right. This is the play where JJ stopped running. Like that's the one he got 30 on. No, that was Khalif Raymond that got
that was
play.
Khalif
That was
Raymond. Hold
Khalif
on, why
Raymond.
can't I? Oh, there we go. Oh wow, no, I might be stuck in full screen. Keep going. Oh, you good? Keep going.
It's just ridiculous to think that all of his success and we couldn't do anything about it lied right here in the middle.
You know why we had CJ GJ guarding him for a lot of those routes, like a lot of those from what I saw. You know what I mean? You know, I came a little later, and I watched the film back, but I saw CJ. He can't guard. I don't know if you can get that comment off the screen. Oh shit. Is that me? Did I do that?
Yeah. You're all good though.
Yeah, my I don't know what's going on. I can't change anything right now. But
can you see us all?
No, I can see us, but I'm in like full screen. You know how you got the whole production screen?
Okay,
yeah, I'm just full screen. I can't do anything but see what you put on the screen. So I might have to jump out, you know.
That's cool. This is Jared Goff. The one red is the pick. The white, incomplete passes. Green, all completions. This is Jared Goff on the day. Like, what do you see when you see this? What does this tell you when you look at it?
Oh. A lot of dicing up, a lot of it sucks, and I hate to say it. A lot of Ben Johnson wishing he was his quarterback type shit. Like Ben Johnson, I think when Ben Johnson is weird that way, and certain people are weird that way. It makes it like I don't want to man, I got to be careful on what I say, and I'm not gonna say exactly what I mean, but I'm like try to. This is what some of the throws he was hitting mixed it today. They were nice, right?
Yeah,
they were good. They were, whoop the bam, and people get blindsided or recency bias by it, and they forget what other teams do with a decent pass rush against this type of quarterback. I'm gonna say this type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? This type. When he goes up against a pass rush to the magnitude of ours, yeah, he's gonna dice him up all day, and it's gonna look like this. This is good mixed it. It's a lot of green.
What I see when I see this,
what you see,
is yards after catch.
Oh, the yak.
There's no way you have all of these completions under 30 yards actually the one to Amon-Ra St. Brown, I want to say was his longest completion. And all of this is yak. Like these are the catch points. These are where they're catching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But all of these points being this low like this tells me that this offense is predicated on getting open in space. And they were doing a great job with it. The pick routes, the crosser routes, the longest passes that Jared Goff had in this game were ones where he's finding a soft spot in the
20
zone
yards.
coverage.
That 20-yard pass. I forget who it was to, but I believe. I mean, I'll put it back up there. You see it, 20-yard pass right there. Graph shows it clearly. Forgot how that was too, but that was his longest one of the game, or the longest air yards. How about that? Because we just talked about the yak being, that hen and that yak, but I just, and then the drops. There was some drops and like, oh my God, from Caleb Williams on the other end, on the opposing side. So I went with, look, just all in all with the defense and what we gave up a lot of yards, 433 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You went with C minus. You went with C. You went with C minus.
Yeah.
I went with C just to be, you know what I mean? Just to be like, because you did only give up 19 points into the 16 points into that last field goal. So I went with C. Let's go on. I actually got my shit back now. So where you want to go? Offense?
Yeah, we can go
special
we can go with
teams
the offense next.
Let's do offense real quick. You went first on this one?
No, I went first on the last one, so I can go first on this one.
Okay.
No,
I think I went. You went first on defense. You went first. Yeah, you went first. I'll go first here.
Did I?
Yeah, you went with C minus first, and then I followed you up. Almost did one with a C.
Yeah.
I'll go first here, and I'll look at these numbers. Unless you're looking them up right now, then I'll let you do it. But I'll look them up
for the offense.
Yeah, I'm looking. I got them right here. 16 first downs, 4 for 11 on third down, 1 for 2, 50% on fourth down. That's good, but you didn't even reach 100 yards rushing. 65. You just made 200 yards passing. Those are the standards. You gotta have 100 yards rushing, 200 yards passing. Standard. You just made 200 yards passing. Did not reach 100 yards rushing. Total yards was 270. That should have been your quarterback. Excuse me. Quarterback passing yards by itself. You were set. Whoa. Oh no. Caleb was sacked one time. I forgot to mention the defense. We had 3 sacks today. Mixed it. God damn. We had 3 sacks. That's what I'm looking at. 3 sacks. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. 1 pick. I thought the running game was poor. I thought they should have did better. Whether that's yards per game, which that's fine, or Ben Johnson should have called more run plays. I don't know how to, however you want to put it. How many possessions did our offense have? That is a good question. That's an advanced metric that I ain't got right now. I could probably look it up. But they did it was 0 to 16 in the, what was that, fourth quarter?
Top of the fourth.
You had a chance. You had a chance to double up, which we've been, oh my God, we've been talking about this. You had a chance to double up before half, score three
Yeah.
or a touchdown.
Came
then
out with
come
a
out-
3 and out.
You came out the half, mixed it with a fucking 3 and out.
There were only 2 possessions in the
Oh.
first quarter, one by each team. That's crazy.
And that
We
goes
had
to
2 possessions in the second quarter.
okay.
So in the first half, we had three times with the ball. 2 in the third quarter, 3 in the fourth.
That goes to our well, they kept the ball away from us. You know, we was talking about that, but
That's 10 total possessions.
anytime this defense gives up 16 points, I know they hit the game-winning field goal to make it 19. I'm gonna talk about the standard. This is my standard. Mixed it, West, they got their own standard, whatever, however they do it. But you have to win this game.
Yeah.
Against a team like this. Not just win it. We should have won 24-19. If you want to add 24-16. We absolutely should have. They didn't have some key players on defense. Alex Anzalone did not play. They sat in zone all game and it confused us. And I don't know if you think that's that. Me personally, I think that goes to Caleb.
What?
Or the game plan. Maybe they thought they was gonna get man, and the game plan was man shit all day. But they sat in zone on y'all ass, and you couldn't figure it out. Golly, this was very disappointing. And a lot of people, I couldn't wait to talk about this, mixed it. Especially since my not so great didn't go to them. It went to Luther Burden. It went to the offense, but it went to Luther Burden specifically. They were poor. This offense was very, very bad today. Bears fans, this offense was poor. You think you're gonna come out there and produce 16 points and win? You ain't got the defense to do that in the playoffs. You're gonna get your ass walked out of your own stadium.
The Ravens suck. Sorry.
Oh man,
I was watching the stats. They down by 3. They're down by 3. Aaron Rodgers 23 out of 37, 186. Lamar Jackson 5 for 10 for 67 yards,
Holy
1 touchdown,
shit.
1 pick, 3 sacks.
Well, when you run through the Packers like they did, they feel like they could keep doing it, you know.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry is literally the only person on the team doing anything because he's got 123 yards and 18 carries.
He won me a championship fantasy Super Bowl against the Packers. That was in my Super Bowl. But anyway, abysmal, atrocious, unacceptable. The drop showed up again. It's bad, Mix it. That was bad. It wasn't good. We seen better performances from this team. We've seen it.
They need to ask him about that.
Who?
They need to ask him about that. Remember when Courtney Cronin asked him about the drops and Ben Johnson said it hasn't showed up in practice, so he's not worried about
God,
it? Re-ask him the damn question.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm glad you
Re-ask him now. Just don't even bring up the fact that you asked him already. Just ask again and see what he says today. Like that's what they should have fucking did. Like
bare truth. I'm trying to
offense with a D.
He going to D, and you know how you finna get a whooping, and your dad or your mom. Some people ain't into two parent households, whatever it is. Somebody maybe an oldest. Somebody just keep the heat off you. Keep that ass whooping a little less. I was ready to go to an F. Bare truth, the F was right here ready. Now, if I was Chef West, the F would have been already written, so you can't even erase it. It ain't even enough time to switch that motherfucker, but I can switch it. I'm D minus. D fucking minus. It was bad. I didn't like it. And even if Caleb would have beat the 4K, if you would have reached that, and they still like lost like this, it would have been D plus. I would probably put a plus on that. They sucked, mixed it. They sucked. And I'm tired of people giving them credit for these late game comebacks. They suck to me. D minus for me. What you got for the offense?
I'm probably around a D. I mean, we had 56 rush yards on the game, something like that.
Really?
Swift had 40.
Mhm.
My non-guy had, I want to say my non-guy only had 12 in 6 attempts, so 52. What the hell is that? I don't like that's it's not good enough. It's not good enough when you drop 6 passes in the game. We came into this game leading the league in drops with 21. We damn sure leading the league now. Like, we had an 11% drop rate before kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
That's those drops are worth about 5% on Caleb's throwing percentage. And the first time we played the Lions, he threw 62%.
Bare truth. Let me know what you mean by 4,000 has something to do with today, because they had like 13 pass attempts.
So I think the reason why he's saying that
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think the reason Bare Truth is saying that because of the low amount of runs, but I think they couldn't really do too much running because you see that this defense can't get off the field, and they want that. They want you to they're trying to make the clock your enemy from kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we kind of was just trying to play against it. And what do we see them do? We seen them sit back in the fucking zone, which we never see them do.
I mean, and I don't think we ran it well, mixed it. I'm gonna just Swift had four per carry, 10 carries for 40 yards. He was one loss of yards away from under 4. We know EB, Eric Bieniemy, preaches you gotta have 4.5. He was short of that, but 4 is fine. I think.
Man, that guy was like 2.7.
And then he had 2.3. 6 for 14.
2.3.
I don't think the run game was, man. Look, they were shit today. This offense was shit today, bro. Look, Loveland had 10 catches, right? 10 catches, 91 yard touchdown. The next is Luther with 3 for 35. And then our boy Jade had 2 for 36 in the touchdown. It wasn't. Look, either Ben Johnson got out coached or they just didn't execute. And you talked about execution, right? They didn't execute today. And they talked to us, mixed it. They talked to us about coming into this game, going into handling this game, then going into the playoffs with motivation.
Yeah.
Now we play a flawed team, a very flawed team. This cannot happen. You will lose with these numbers. Simple as that. You will lose with these numbers. So, anything else you got to say about?
Yeah, we need points on the board every quarter.
Oh my God!
For the rest of any football we play for the rest of the year, we cannot leave a single quarter without putting points on the board.
Yeah,
it's going to be taken advantage of every time. But to be scoreless to the top of the fourth, I think the only good thing I seen today was Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams being pissed off. And realistically, today is a day. I know because I know they got a routine and how they do these things, post game and stuff like that. We need to hear from Dennis Allen as before Wednesday. I don't want to wait till coordinator Wednesday.
Thursday.
I don't want to wait till coordinator Thursday to hear Dennis Allen come out here. And Richard Hightower and shit.
Walk by the lines again.
Like, and I don't know if you watched it, but I watched the press conferences from Thursday this past week. And he took accountability, and he said we need to execute better and stuff like that. Like, he wasn't shying away from the fact that we haven't been playing good enough. But the fact of the matter is that we just don't feel like we locked in. I want him to answer about the fucking arm tackling from Deshaun Wright. Like why aren't guys flying around the way that they were earlier in the season? Is it like is the energy in the locker room not that high? Are people, hurt? And we why do we not play D-Jack in San Francisco? Why do we not play Tyreek today? What do you think about Jalen Johnson stop fucking running when you get beat in man coverage? I want to hear about those things because it seemed like a lack of energy was present all day.
I'm with you. Why was D-Jack not played last week? I'm with you there. Why was Tyreek not rotating with Jalen Johnson as he getting smoked? I'm right there with you. And then all the people who were saying fire Dennis Allen, like, you have a point. You have a leg to stand on. I get it, but
the next question to be, what the hell is the plan now? You lost 2 nickels.
Because CJ down.
CJ got a concussion. Hard to imagine he's going to clear concussion protocol before Saturday.
On a Sunday night game.
Saturday night game.
Not Sunday night, but Sunday afternoon for today. You got a Sunday afternoon and then turn around to a Saturday. So you don't even get the full 7 days. Like, yeah, Nick McLeod, load up.
Bare truth. What you trying to say about this? Restate your question. Are you asking me why am I upset with the offense and we only ran 16 times? Because I feel like when you able to run the way that we're able to, you need to have a better balance than that. I feel like I get it from the standpoint of trying to throw yourself into the game, especially when we made so many mistakes early. But I don't know. Restate your question for me though, so I can answer what you're trying to say. Go ahead, Mark Brown.
No, I was just special teams. Special teams was a complete afterthought in this game, in my opinion. They were fine. They weren't terrible. Do we have no field goals? Made both. We didn't have any extra points. We didn't use Cairo outside of the kickoff, right? Yeah. I mean, no. I don't know. I don't. Duvernay put us.
Oh man,
he was okay. He was fine. I mean,
yeah, we got to the 30 pretty consistently on the kick return. That's about where I expect us to start these drives at minimum, around the 30-yard line. But we ain't seen that breakaway from Devin Duvernay very much this year at all.
We saw it. I want to say Packer, or no, it was San Fran. I don't know. One of those last 2 games, but
okay, yeah. Bare truth, I think both of them was kind of pissed off when it came to. I think Caleb was upset at the execution around some of the players on offense in terms of the drop passes, in terms of the protection, and stuff like that. Ben Johnson, though, I think he kind of was on the same page.
My bad.
I do think though that I just that's the type of frustration I want to see from Dennis Allen. Like I want Dennis Allen to come in here and just have this approach like y'all ass better show up because we will get sent the fuck home. And if we get sent
Exactly.
home early, don't nobody be expecting to be in the blue and orange next year. Like we're gonna have to do some real evaluating because we got to see where we've been. I don't really think it's too many people spots on the defense that's safe right now. To be honest
No.
with you, the best player you have on defense, it might be Nashawn, and he on a prove it deal. So it's
Yep.
like
Exactly. You gonna jump in that water with him or what? After
shit,
on a prove it deal? I don't know.
I don't. It's like you don't know, but shit. If you don't jump in with him, you got to jump in with somebody that's already in the room. And who in the rooms play better than him? Like nobody else has
Oh
really
my
even
God,
been available on a
Jesus.
consistent basis.
Exactly. No, exactly. For real.
So the effort shit from Jalen Johnson though, that made me ready to take his damn jersey off the shoulder pads. You don't get this back, bro. Like you pissed me off so bad because I speak so highly of Jalen Johnson, man. Like that is one of my favorite players on the defense.
We
And when he
were
got hurt, I was pissed.
we were going to bat for him like even before the season. We were making sure our guy was mentioned with the Patrick Surtains, or if you said Sauce Gardner or any of these, you know what I mean? These names, we were making sure our guy Jalen Johnson, as Bears fans, had his name. We would make sure his name was in the conversation as one of the top 5 corners in the league. And this injury was this. I don't know. I get it's an injury, but you just look. You don't even look close to the same. Look, if you're tuning in right now to the Black Bear Podcast, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces, the Black Bear Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, which a lot of y'all are looking and watching it on right now. If you're tuning in on Facebook or Twitter, go to YouTube right now and hit the like button there. Subscribe there. Help us grow as a channel. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights, and post-game shows after every single game. This upcoming Wednesday might be a little iffy, but we'll figure it out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm your host, Mark Robb, my co-host in the building. To the right of me, Marcus Mixed It. So, real quick, I'll get my grade for the special teams. I'll go. Look, hey, I'm gonna be on the modest, opportune, then generous end. B-. I'll go B-. I didn't see anything like I didn't like, just bad from kick return, punt return, kickoff team, punt coverage, yada yada. You know, I just didn't B-. I'll just keep it there. You know what? Actually, no, I can't do that. C. They gotta see. I just lied to myself that fast. I give them the special teams a C.
Yeah, y'all didn't really jump off the page, but much like certain positions on the field, if we don't say your name, it's probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, like, I don't like having to lean on my special teams to keep me in games, but we didn't even get in position to use Cairo, like, at all.
That man ain't kick a field. He didn't kick.
He could have did the opening kickoff and went home.
Mm-hmm. Literally,
just Torrey. It's just you, like, because that's the only player besides the returners that really did something. The game started off with a big hit from Daniel Hardy on the kickoff, but it's like after that, I felt like the the special teams came in and delivered a hit that was going to kind of set the tone, but it just felt like we was getting bullied all day.
They got up and walked it off. Whatever hit Greg Hardy, they got up and walked it off. So,
Bearski, thank you for hopping in here. We talked about a lot so
Bearski.
far, man. We're
Mhm.
gonna talk about it a little bit more on Wednesday too. So if you could hop in early with us, we will be going over our final thoughts. But yeah, stick around so we can talk about the rest of it. We on our greatest segment right now.
My boy Bearski. All right, so we just the last one. Coaching. What is coaching? Overall coaching. Offensive coordinator, offensive play calling, defensive, special teams, overall, everything, all the coaches. I'm go ahead. What's up?
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
Y'all ass get an F.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Fuck the plays, fuck the points. This was probably some of the worst effort across a full 60 minutes of play that I've seen from this team. And we've had other games where we called out what we felt like was low effort and stuff. But we came out and said, hey, they made some adjustments at halftime. They did this at halftime. There is nothing different about the way that we came into this game from the way that we came out at halftime all the way up until the end. There wasn't even effort in the game sealing drive for the Lions on defense. I feel like we played slow, we played disinterested, and as a coach, before any of the play calling and play design and scheming shit up, you got to get guys to come the fuck to work.
Yep.
And it felt like ain't nobody clock in until fourth quarter.
Yep.
So y'all get an F just based off that, because that's what being a coach is in its simplest form, is being able to have guys that's motivated to play behind you and get on the front lines and fight for you. And it felt like that we was just not on the same accord at all today on both sides of the ball. So the Ben Johnson, DA, y'all share that F.
I'm right there with you. I'm not gonna go F, although I was going to. Like, they sucked. The coaching sucked today. I didn't see good play calling. I didn't see anything that stood out, especially from the defensive end, especially from Ben Johnson's end as well. It was just not. It wasn't good. A good day. I talked about it during the watch party. It starts with having them ready. Having your team ready to come out the gate, and then the coaching. Then you coach throughout the game. You do your this and that and the third, everything that makes you who you are. But you got to start right, and that starts at practice, where you coach these dudes and have them ready. Everybody gonna blame Caleb. They want to blame Caleb so bad, but Ben Johnson clearly didn't have this team ready. Dennis Allen didn't have his defensive unit ready. Richard Hightower was just Richard Hightower. You went F. I'm gonna go D. I'm gonna go with D. I'm gonna go up to a D, just because the game was close. Now it was close, but you get a D. Some places that's a failing grade. Some places that's a passing grade. You get a D from me. I was gonna go F, but I mean, I'll be
Bear Truth. I mean, not Bear Truth. Bearski. So do you, just based off this comment, he says slow and disinterested, I do agree. So why I thought about that exact same thing, that they actually have anything to play for today other than moral feel good reasons and stuff like that. Do y'all feel like, does anybody feel like Ben Johnson was kind of pump faking when he said we going out here, we trying to play the way?
maybe a little. I keep hearing and seeing effort. Bear Truth, effort. I think we talked about it earlier. Effort. Kind of what Bearski is touched. They were touching kind of what he's touching on. They weren't trying to. I don't know, man. This just looked. And when I take that route, if anybody's taking that route with giving this team the benefit of the doubt, but in reality, we have seen this type of performance before from this team. Now, hopefully, we're past that and grown out of that. But from what we saw today, it was just unacceptable going into the playoffs. There's no momentum, nothing good.
Yeah, and it's just like they like up throughout this point in the season, they always talked about how we only looking at the next week. We're not looking ahead to the playoffs. We're not looking at the fact that we the number 1 seed. We saying that the job's not finished. We want to go get this 2 seed, and it's not guaranteed, especially if we lose this game. Thankfully, Philly helped us out.
Yep.
But they have just not taken that approach to anything this year. So to see it or to feel like maybe they was just trying to take a week off here, I don't get it. Especially when you lose against the 49ers the way that you did.
Yep.
And you lose 2 straight for the first time since weeks 1 and 2.
Yep.
I don't see that as the approach.
Yeah, they all around bad. It wasn't a fun game to watch. It did get exciting towards the end of that game, just like every other game was. But I just disappointed. When we play our division rivals, we show up and shit the bed every time, man. And I'm tired of it. Bearsky said Ben Johnson is the only one who has something to play for, and even that is just personal type of thing. Nothing really changes. Last week versus 49ers, they showed me what I needed to see. The offense did. When you say they showed
But
me.
they also did it against the 49ers defense, which we talked about too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the defense gave up 42. So when you say they, I don't know who,
But Mark Rob, real quick, Bear Truth is talking about Bear Truth gave a C for the coaches, and he said that he felt like he seen the effort. What did you see? Did you feel like you seen effort
from these players?
Yeah.
Well, see the effort and I just think some players are just not good. Like Javon Dexter, I just think he's not good. You can't really fault him for not. But there's players like I thought Jalen Johnson could have had more effort. I thought Nahshon Wright could have had more effort. Nahshon Wright got killed today. I thought Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards were piss poor today. They could have played harder. Absolutely. Montez, I ain't gonna lie. Montez and the other Ed, I thought the D line gave one of their best performances today, and they still sucked. So I don't effort. There was some guys I thought that didn't give too much. Like Jalen Johnson's one. He didn't even try to change.
I'm gonna go to sleep at night thinking about that goddamn play.
Oh my gosh. He didn't even try. And I get it. He's gonna burn your ass anyway, but who knows? Nahshon Wright stops him, and then you keep coming and poke the ball loose. Peanut punch the ball out. You just gave up. You didn't pull up like you pulled something. You just slowed down. Slightly slowed down. So I don't know. Effort.
Our secondary is not safe. Our secondary is not safe when it comes to the offseason.
Bare truth. I don't think I when you said they were trying to get Caleb Williams 4,000, I didn't see that in that game. I ain't gonna lie. If that was the case, I thought he should have threw 30 passes in the first half. Ben Johnson was trying to be balanced like he normally
close to 40 and shit. What do you have? 31, 32 today?
Yeah, something like that.
33. 33 passes.
I can't. Yeah, they weren't trying to get him 4,000. I think at the last drive of the first half, he only had like 13. No, in the third, he only had like 13, 14 passes. To start that, like in the middle of that, it was crazy. I don't think that. I can't. I didn't see that. I didn't see it either, but I feel like we definitely had an opportunity to be much closer to it.
He probably would have eclipsed it if we didn't have those drops.
Some of those drops.
He needed
key drops.
what he needed 58. The one to Jade that he dropped was a 20-yarder. Then Luther Burden dropped the fucking slant on the cover 0. You were behind everybody.
Yeah, you were gonna pick up a first plus easy.
It was there. It was there on the table, but it was there on the table much earlier than week 18, y'all. If we had 6 drops today, we finished the season with 27. 27, that's insane. Can't do it.
Too many drops. Just leading drop. You can have drops, but don't lead the league in them. Don't be number 1 in drops. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just don't do that. Let's play the blame game, Mixed It. Let's blame this on somebody. Let's blame this on a person, a unit. Let's blame it on somebody. You know. I'll take the easy one. And I'll blame Dennis Allen. I thought you gave up too many yards, too much yardage. Like the points don't reflect, but you get too much yardage. Like they were at time between the 20s now. Remember I talk about between the 20s, Ben Johnson sucks outside the 20s, but he's good between the 20s. Dennis Allen was terrible between the 20s. He was good outside the 20s in the red zone, that red zone area. Ben Johnson, that defense just too much yardage, way too much yardage. Whether you want to talk about a specific player, the D line, the O line, or even the linebacker, I mean the D line, the D backs, or even a linebacker group. Dennis Allen, like, do something, because right now it seemed like you got all your players except Odangbo and Shamar Turner, and Odangbo sucks to me. So you got all those players. Oh well, Kyler is out too, but let's make something shake. Let's come on, it's a statement game. They put 52 up on y'all. Let's go. And so I'm gonna blame the defense, or no, I'm gonna blame Dennis Allen. Not even the defense. I'm gonna blame Dennis Allen. I saw too much man coverage out there. So what you got?
I'm gonna tell you. I got 4 names to give you.
I'm listening
for my blame game. I blame in no specific order.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Tooney, Grady Jarrett, Kevin Byard, Caleb Williams. Tell me what all 4 of those players have in common, Mark Rob.
Listening.
They are 2025 team captains.
Ooh.
Y'all get the blame because this game was lost in effort. I know Bear Truth probably tired as hell of me saying the E word today. I'm sorry. But this game is lost in lack of execution.
Yep.
Lack of focus, in not having your eyes in the right place. That goes for the pass catchers that's dropping passes. That goes for the defenders that's letting them take everything in these soft zones and stuff like that. That goes for the D line not being consistent in generating pressure. That goes for the O line and having multiple members sprawling on the damn ground. Which team leader is going to step up and say, hey, we playing like shit. We need to get it together. And and to be honest with you, I feel like this is what we thought we saw when Caleb came to the podium and he looked the way that he looked.
Right.
We looked at Ben Johnson when he came to the podium in the way that he looked, and seeing the frustration in both of their faces. And it felt like maybe a conversation was had, maybe some addressing, but they did a little bit of straightening in the locker room after the game. Maybe that was what the case was, a post, a locker room conversation. But when we get in these gritty moments, we need to see y'all at the end of these, like in mid game. talk to your unit. I don't want to see us getting, dragged and the score is still fucking close and everybody
Man.
just sitting down quiet on the sideline. Like, I want to see somebody get somebody fired up and say, like, look, man, we got to go out here and go get this one. Like the same way. Remember when we had the Caleb Williams mic'd up and he got in the huddle and was like, don't do nothing stupid.
Don't do nothing stupid. Yep.
Go out here, lock in, let's go get it done. We need that from somebody. And it's like, I don't feel like today I don't feel like anybody did it. I feel like Caleb was trying to rally, but I feel like Caleb sat in his trust with Coastal Loveland, and you the only person that's locked in today. It's me and you. You know what I'm saying?
And fuck everybody else.
We have one of the best O-lines in football this year.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to see nobody from our fucking entire interior sprawling on the ground ever. We cannot have it. I think I seen 73 on all fours like 3 times. What is going on out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need y'all to lock in, and you guys are the team leaders. When what Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen is preaching, when it's not working, who is Ben Johnson said we lean on all year long?
On them. Yep.
The veterans. The
best
for the
teams are
most
player
part,
led.
all of the captains, they're the veterans. Grady Jarrett, veteran. Joe Tooney, veteran. Kevin Byard, veteran. Guess who also is a captain? Cairo Santos. He ain't get mentioned because his ass wasn't used, but he's a veteran. Like, everybody is a veteran that's on this captain circle except Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's got to get the boys to rally. So I feel like, as much as I do agree that this game wasn't coached the best, like I don't feel like we had our best game from a coaching standpoint.
Yeah.
I feel like we lost this game on the field, not in the headset. That's where I feel like we lost this game. So I think you gotta give them, you gotta give the players the most credit. And who's responsible? It's like the oldest sibling. Who's responsible when your parents leave? The veterans, the team captains.
They talk about being player led. Ben Johnson talks about being player led. At one point, he talked about, look, I didn't say all I can say. It's up to the captains now. He said that. So you're right, Mixed It. The captain should have put in. First of all, go get your coach a win against his former team. They beat y'all last week too. Okay, you got another chance to go make those wrongs right in week 18. You still couldn't get it done for your head coach, regardless of what we may think of him, his involvement in this loss. So I like that. I really do like the blame. I really do like that. They gotta be better. And Grady Jarrett, I always say they overpaid him just for his leadership. You paid him what you paid him for his leadership, because you ain't getting much from him on the field. And then Kevin Byard, I mean, he's a dog on the field and off, but he just I didn't think the DBs played well today. So I like that blame game. I like that one. Do you got another one? I don't have another one. Somebody else.
I'm really trying to think about it. No, let's let the chat throw one in there. Who do y'all think for the blame game today?
Let's see. True saying, go look at the coach staff.
I'm gonna see what's the deal with this Ravens game, and see if they didn't let Aaron old ass Rodgers sneak in. 50 seconds left. Aaron Rodgers has the ball at the Baltimore 26. They are down 4.
Bare truth. Like,
Aaron Rodgers could get a fucking walk off game.
Why they playing then? Why not bench them all? Like, Ben Johnson is the one who told us that Caleb and all them. They told us that they was gonna come out here and play hard. He said, "You gonna go play it hard enough to get hurt because you want to win against your coach's former team, or you think they're thinking playoffs?" What was I saying? mixed it. I was saying they was thinking playoffs this whole time, but I mean, they was telling us that they wasn't they was focused on this game, handle this game.
And that's what I'm gonna hold them to.
Yeah, like what you can like, come on, man. It's all good. Effort was not going to be 100. When you don't have good at 100 effort, that's how you get hurt. That's how you get hurt. Not playing with 100 effort. Like playing with 100 effort does not get you hurt. It's when you go out there and you try to like lollygag, and it's gonna come back to bite you, come back to haunt you. So,
Aaron Rodgers just walked off Baltimore.
Steelers going to the playoffs, huh?
After you literally drop a fucking game to the Browns, basically for no reason.
Yep.
They still let you walk in.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the Ravens.
Lamar, you suck.
55 seconds left.
Suck this year.
Well, they got 3 timeouts with 55 seconds left.
Is it 55 seconds left?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 53.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. They about to kick it off.
50. Okay, 47. God damn. 3 timeouts. They got some time. Lamar got a little bit of time, but I don't know. I just think this team need to. They better come correct, because like whatever we talking about, you better come correct against the motherfucking Green Bay Packers next Saturday at 7 p.m. What I was seeing, 7 p.m. on Saturday. We can't have this. We can't have this slow starts. Bearski, Bear Truth, and everybody's opinion. It all matters. We can't have that shit. All that shit that y'all talking about, we can't have it. We cannot lose to the Packers in the playoffs. Oh my God! Thank you, Bear Truth, Bearski. 100 and motherfucking 10,000. Oh my!
That's
God.
why you bought 90 today.
you saved 10%.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
When they asked Caleb Williams if about the 4th down and whether or not if he wanted to stay on the field, he immediately came out and said, "Of course I want to be on the field, but that's Ben Johnson. That's his call. It's his decision, and we're gonna roll with what he says."
Mm-hmm.
What did you feel about that response?
Did
you feel like it was the right response?
Yeah, I thought it was consistent with what. Remember earlier when I was like, "Oh, I thought Caleb Williams was upset because the game wasn't in his hands, and we ended up kicking the field goal there, or whatever." I forget the exact moment, but I think Caleb always wants the game in his hands. I don't think he wants to leave it to nobody. And quite frankly, what they talk about in those film rooms, he knows Ben thinks the same way. Or at least
like he's gonna get on his ass if he stay out there.
I mean, no, not necessarily. I don't think if Ben necessarily thinks keep it in Caleb's hands, but Ben wants it in the offense's hands. Ben hated punting there too. Caleb didn't like, yeah. So I love what he said. Ben can keep it 100. So can Caleb. You want the ball in your hands. Don't trust that defense. Why would you trust them? Yeah, I loved exactly what he said, Mixed It. I really did. Keep it a buck. What's the point in line? We got a playoff game next week. We gonna go win. So, yeah, the DJ.
Yeah, I don't necessarily feel like he should have rocked the boat per se, and not stood by his coach in that moment. But I'm wondering, because I've seen other situations like that from other quarterbacks who are veterans and stuff in the league. And they're like, we're going to go get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine in that situation is Joe Burrow. Burrow's not even looking at the sideline.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think every quarterback would have said the same thing.
Okay.
I want this. Like, what are we playing for? You know what I mean? What do we?
Yeah, and
Now you
I don't
punt.
think he necessarily feels like Caleb couldn't go out there and do it, but I feel like he was kind of trying to play off the momentum.
Right.
Like the momentum was on their side. We don't want to give them back a short field, and definitely we can't win the game. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have the defense to stop nobody. In Baltimore's 4th and 7 at the 50-yard line with 21 seconds to go. So they got to go for this. We'll see, Lamar. You fucking like, boy. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's all I got, mixed it, unless you got something else. You say what?
I said the Pittsburgh will mess around and make a deep run too. They get snuck in. This dink and dunk stuff that they do up the field all day, it works.
Got to tackle. You got to tackle.
It works.
I'm trying to see. I'm hoping I get this last play in. 4th and 7. They complete this here. They probably win this game. Probably.
Yeah, they'll be in range damn near. Who's their kicker?
Oh, they got a new kicker. You're right.
Let me see.
Fourth and 7. Of course, it takes the longest.
Justin Tucker's still the kicker.
Did he? Because they didn't bring him back, did they? No way.
They didn't?
I don't think so. No, they didn't bring him back. They got somebody else. Oh, I'm watching the play right now. Here we go. Shotgun. Ball is hiked. They send 4. Wow. Oh my God.
And it's all the way up to the 22.
Oh my God. That's wow, what a catch. You see what I'm talking about, Mixed It?
I didn't even see the play. I'm just watching the game cast.
He went Isaiah Likely went up and got that. Like, I mean, it's a tight end. Went up and got it. Like, he threw it in double coverage. But, like, it's a 50-50, and the guy goes up and makes a fucking play. Oh, my God. Boy, must be nice.
So,
Jalen Ramsey there, and then the linebacker, really, he beat the linebacker. Just like DJ Moore beat that linebacker or whoever was guarding the cornerback, and it was just a safety. Yeah. They just show Aaron Rodgers' face. Aaron Rodgers is salty.
Tyler Luke is kicking for Baltimore.
14 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10. They look. Cam Hayward looks sick. Under center, single back. Here goes a knee.
They're just gonna go for this kick. It's on loop.
Yep. Now, just like you were saying against for Pittsburgh, you let this team in the playoffs. Derrick Henry might just run you to death. Oh, Harbaugh just damn near kissed Isaiah Likely. Like, not literally, but grabbed his face with both hands and just told him how much he loved him. Like, literally, face to face. Aaron Rodgers is sick, shaking his head. No timeouts for Pittsburgh.
Aaron Rodgers first half was gonna be wild.
Bagent for life. Look
Oh,
at
this man got to retire.
Fucking goofies. Here we go. Kick 24-26. Kick is up. He missed it. Oh my gosh. He shanked it wide right. Holy shit. They are hugging. Aaron Rodgers is hugging. Everybody's hugging Rodgers. Everybody's hugging. Holy shit. Lamar Jackson sick. That look, hey. Yeah, it
Raiders
happens.
deserve it. I'm not gonna lie. Neither one of y'all deserve to be in the
They don't.
playoffs.
I'm about to say it happens. You left it up to some bullshit, and you didn't know. Nobody knew. Just leave it to a kick. Like no. He shanked the fuck out of that kick too, though. But anyway,
So who do
Bears. They play. I don't know who they play. They in the AFC. I have no idea.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But Bears versus Packers next week, Saturday night. Wild card round, the trilogy. Mixed it. We got to come up with something. We got to put our brain together. We got to come up with something. This is special. This is big. We covering a playoff game in our second season. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. We're going to come up with something special. Obviously, it's going to be a live watch along, of course, the playoff game, and we're going to be lit. We're going to be turned. We trying to get the 700. Oh, okay, Ari, that is my lady. Huge game, y'all. You showed up at a fine point. We wrapping this thing up, but appreciate you jumping in nonetheless.
They getting bigger and bigger each week, man.
Absolutely. Mixed it. We finna be stressed out next Saturday. We've be so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep good, man. I'm thinking about this damn Jalen Johnson play.
Yeah, he said a Jalen Johnson play. Hey, maybe I'll put that on Mark Rob top play.
That ruined the whole game for me.
Maybe not.
That literally ruined the whole game for me. I was just sitting there thinking about it, and I'm just like, dude, like this feels like somebody kicking you when you down. Like, like I'm already down there, and somebody just walked.
Was that
past
third
and kicked
down?
me in my
Do you remember? Was that third down?
I think it was it after this? I don't know.
Bear True said I already called in Monday. It's on Saturday, so right? It's on Saturday. Y'all said everybody said it's on Saturday. So look, we got, and I'll be off next week Monday anyway. So I got a couple days to cope if we do lose, but we not fucking losing. We not losing. Bear the fuck down. Mixed it. Let's come up with something. Let's talk. Let's get it together. I told you I'll be on the AM shift, but let's come up with something this next week. Special. Sure. It's our first playoff game we covering. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hopefully we reach 700 by the end of the show. If not, it's okay because we're gonna be here anyway. We do this for the love of the game, for the love of the Bears. But y'all support matters too. Mixed it. Any last words?
No, y'all just y'all know it's three of us here for real. Y'all only see two on the screen, but it's one in spirit. So make sure that y'all be looking out because Wednesday when we come back, we're gonna have a lot to say about this game. Packers week, we're gonna have to come back and talk about this when we full force with the full trio and just get it off our chest. I'm gonna do some meditation and stuff over these next few days so I can really let the Jalen Johnson play go.
Hey, and maybe I'll put it on Mark Rob top plays on Wednesday. Look, appreciate everybody tuning in to the Black Bear Podcast. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights, and post game shows after every single game. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Appreciate all y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe. We're trying to get to 700 tonight. If not, it's okay. We out of here. We'll see y'all Wednesday night. Peace.